We are beginning. Hold up.
I'm here.
I'm here.
All right. We are here. We are live. We are ready to go. Welcome back, adventurers, to the Lost Mine of Phandelver saga with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we have imra'lyr Sardith, the Shadow Elf Ranger, played by Lore. Kinsley, our Furball Cleric, played by Blair. Me, a Changeling Druid, played by Arthur. Francisco Guadalupe del Valle. Valle? Yeah.
Valle.
Yeah, a Changeling Fighter, played by Trevor. And yours truly, your DM and Master Storyteller for this saga, Dungeon Master David. And I will ask my players, if any of you having Twitch going on in the background, please silence it now because I can hear it. Just saying.
Any what in the background?
If anyone's got Twitch playing on in the background, I can hear it.
Oh, okay.
You can hear it right now?
I can, well, no,
You could actually hear it too.
Okay, anyway, last time on Lakeside Legendz, our adventurers made their way back to town after dealing with the Red Brand threat at Trustendar Manor. Upon returning to town, the party found Phandelver under lockdown. As soon as they were noticed, Sildar ran over to the group and informed them that bodies were found near the sleeping giant tap house. As there were no identifying features on the bodies to signify that they were dead Red Brand ruffians, everyone in Phandelver was put under lockdown. The group then informed Sildar that those bodies were dispatched gang members, and that the town had nothing to fear now that the nefarious group, minus their leader Glassstaff, had been taken care of. Sildar thanked our heroes for dealing with the Red Brands, but he encouraged them to keep up the pressure on the Black Spider and to find the location of Cragmaw Castle. The next day, our adventurers were informed by a local halfling farmer that if they were looking for a certain location, they should head to Thundertree and talk to a druid named Radoth. For there's not an inch of the land that he doesn't know. Before heading there, however, our heroes accepted a quest from Sister Gariel, an acolyte of Timora, the goddess of luck and good fortune. In exchange for 3 potions of healing, our party headed out for the ruined town of Conyberry to ask a banshee named Agatha about any and all information she may have on an old spellbook owned by the legendary mage Bowgentle. Our heroes traveled just north of Conyberry, into the Neverwinter Wood where Agatha's lair rests. They entered to inquire of the Banshee, a once beautiful elf maiden who did appear to them, but she scowled and proclaimed, "Foolish mortals, what do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out? The lights in Agatha's home extinguished, and that is where we are now."
Who has the potion? Or not the potion. Who has the
I'm ready,
comb? Who has the silver comb? And we gave it to Francisco.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Quick.
I comb.
Take out the comb!
I pull out the comb. Beautiful ghost. Maiden. Oh.
I take it from him.
You see, shaking. Francisco's like shaking. He's visibly terrified.
Lady Agatha, I present to you a gift.
As soon as you present the comb, the candles start flicking back on, and you see from one of the bookshelves a face comes through, and Agatha glides back into the room. "A gift."
Yes, for you.
"For me?"
Of course.
She warily goes forward, looks at you, kind of like unsure. It's been a long time since anyone's come to see her. It's been a long time since anyone's inquired of anything, let alone brought her a gift. You could see what could resemble a tear start to come down. She reaches forward and takes the comb from you. "Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome.
It's beautiful."
For a beautiful lady.
You see, she blushes.
Can they blush?
I don't know. In my world, they can.
Okay.
So, what is it you've come for? What brings you to where I live, to my lair?
We do have a question, if you do not mind the trouble of asking, or of answering our question. We are looking for a book. At least the location, if you have any idea of a spell book owned by
Bogent?
I don't
I
know how
believe
to
his
say
name was
this name.
Bogent.
Bo Gentle.
Well, that,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it's Bo Gentle. Since you've brought me this gift, I will answer your one question.
Oh, just one.
Just what? Is this the question you wish to ask?
It's not the question I was to ask, but it is the question we need answering.
So be it. You see that as she stands there, her eyes flick white, the pupils and everything disappear, and her eyes go wide as she begins shifting through the memories and divining what she knows about the book. Finally, she comes back. Yes, I do recall the book, the spell book owned by Bo Gentle. In fact, I used to own it. Fortunately, I traded the book to a necromancer named Cernoth from the city of Erebor more than 100 years ago. I doubt he has it. I'm unsure if he's even alive. But that's what I know.
Can you say the name of the location one more time, DM?
It's the city of Erebor. It's Iriaebor. That is all. I thank you for the gift, but ask that you leave me in peace.
Of course. We have no desire to disturb you any further.
So what are you doing?
Leave.
Francisco
Walk
walks out like he.
Okay.
I
As you
smile.
guys-
Bye.
As
I
you
give
guys
her
leave.
I give her a look before exiting the threshold, looking very disappointed, and I exit.
Okay. So as you guys leave, you see she turns with her new prize in her hand, the comb. She's very excited to have that. Very happy. You guys exit her lair.
Well, that
And
was far better than I expected.
Avoided a pretty terrible conflict by pulling out that comb right away. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, it's pretty scary.
Cisco,
Been thinking
are you
about
okay?
it all couple of weeks. I'm like, first thing I do is get that comb.
I'm giggling at
Francisco.
Francisco's reaction.
Francisco, you look
Are you okay?
you look like a ghost
I'm-
yourself.
Kind of rubbing his back.
I think I
I'm
want to
poking
throw
him.
up. I do not feel good. I don't think I don't think I like ghosts. I might be allergic. I don't know. What is this feeling? It's like my chest really hurts and
The tight in your heart is fluttering.
it's like
And
tight
it's like,
and
I
like
think
I
he's
feel
in
like I want to
love.
run away right now.
So
and-
too.
I think it's a heart attack!
no! What do I do?
Good, it's
forgot
okay,
Spit was here.
What do I do?
You're fine.
It's okay, I save him! Spit jumps on your chest, knocks you over, and starts pounding on your chest.
I go and I pick up Spit. That's just gonna hurt him. I'm holding Spit. I'm holding Spit like you would like a cat that is going nuts.
Or like a dog that's over water.
I'm just kind of holding Spit. That's not gonna help.
Fine, let him die, I don't care.
I kneel next to Francisco. Francisco, I think you have met your true love.
Is that what this is? I'm feeling like I want to run away from somebody and scream my lungs out. Is that love?
That is love.
That
I
or
think
it's
you're in love.
fear.
No,
Have
this
you
is
never felt
definitely
fear
love.
before?
Shh, no.
You
Kingsley.
know what? I do not recognize this feeling, so possibly, I don't know. When I think of love, I think of, gentleness and kindness and wanting to embrace the other person. And
Have
then
you ever been in love before? Or just you're flirtatious?
I love my mother. I believe that,
Being in love is totally different.
well, okay.
Fair.
Have you ever been in love, Imra'lyr?
I was just gonna ask the same thing.
You seem to be very familiar.
No, I have no idea what love is.
So how would you know it's completely different?
Instinct. I am an elf after all.
Insight
You're
check.
more
I want to
in tune.
insight check
Yeah, I
that.
want to insight check that too.
I'm insight checking you.
More in
go
tune
for it.
with these things.
That was really bad.
Yeah. I
That
got
was
a
a
9 total.
9.
I have
So
a
when it
plus
comes-
5 to roll to 4.
You guys, when it comes to these PC to PC insight checks, especially stuff like this, I don't have enough insight on your background to know about love
I will be
lives.
honest.
So yeah, it's going to be up to the players to decide.
But
that kind of a roll.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 9. Well, I mean, should I roll a?
You can roll like
You can roll
deception.
a deception check. Yeah,
If
you
someone
roll.
got-
Okay, so we're gonna do insight versus deception. So if the deception
You
is
don't
worse than the
know if
insight,
it's
then
deception or not.
well, that's what it's gonna be for the roll.
Okay. Okay.
So we basically have to beat your
This
deception.
is forcing me to make a choice I've been contemplating right now.
So just
You roll a
Either
nat
nat
one.
20
No,
or
no,
nat
no.
1.
No.
so Kinsley and I both got 9s.
Oh, did you get a 9 as well?
Yeah, I got a 9 as well.
Where's my deception?
It was like a 7 + 4 or something.
That's a 4.
Has Kinsley has Emra ever been in love before?
You get the feeling that there might be something there in her heart. But
Currently?
A lingering.
I just give her a look.
I give like a little smile, like
Sometimes, you just want to hit them, you want to run away, you want to kick them in the kneecaps.
This is a very violent
That
type of
sounds
love.
more like a childhood crush.
I don't
Are
think
you
I've had
talking
one
about
of those.
Sildar?
No, I truly do not like Sildar.
Okay, because
Ian,
you
Ian.
described how you
Thank you.
interact with Sildar. So I'm very confused.
Well, okay, there's a little bit of a difference between wanting to kill them and wanting to pick on them.
So it's a fine line.
Yes, it is a fine line. There's
Okay.
true hate, and then there is, I might want to smash your face with my face.
That sounds.
I mean, that is what I know instinctually as an elf who is in tune with all beautiful things.
I've never experienced wanting to smash my face against another person's face before.
I've wanted to
Neither have
smash my
I.
face into a wall, but and another face. That's
I can think of some.
I'm just giving her a look.
My face. Francisco gives a long stare.
I'm just smiling.
Anyway, so we now have some information about this magical book that we can take back to what's her name was
Did she just want a location or did she
did she
want
want-
just
the book?
information no, she did not want the book. She was aware that that was not probably possible. The only thing that they asked us to do, or she asked us to do, was to give her some sort of information, whatever Agatha could give us, so she could report to
Relief.
Cariel?
You were flirting with her.
No,
were
I was
trying-
praying. In sincerity from my heart, I was really praying
I
for
don't know
the
if I
safety
believe
of my
you,
mother.
Francisco. You
don't believe
you
him.
flirt with everyone, and
No,
you finally
this
fell in
time
love
was
with the
very
banshee.
sincere.
So I'm gonna say
I flirted with her a little bit, but I was also very sincere in my prayer.
I'm gonna say you guys are having this conversation as you're walking out of the Neverwinter Wood,
Yes.
back towards the ruins of
Nope,
Connieberry.
we're just standing there chatting.
We're having a fight in the middle of the road.
Well, you guys are in the middle
You
of
see
the
like
forest
5
right
merchants
now.
pass us, and they're just like, "What the heck's going on?"
What are they doing?
So you guys finally make your way back to the Connieberry ruins. Are you guys wanting to head back right away?
How far is it?
You're still gonna have to camp somewhere on the way. I mean, it's nighttime now, so you're gonna have to camp, and then you'll probably make it there by evening the next day.
Okay. Is there anything here to do? We just came forward.
It's a ruined town. Yeah, there's nothing.
Let's
in Connieberry.
explore.
There's
I want to run around and explore. Kind of.
There's literally like nothing there. Like you might find an intact building with a roof to like stay in, but it's completely ransacked and there's nothing. Connieberry got completely destroyed.
How late is it?
It's probably like after you're done talking with her, going into the woods and coming out. I said you guys got there like early evening, late afternoon. So I'm going to say now it's probably like pushing 10, 11 o'clock.
In the
On the
evening?
way
In the
back,
evening,
I
yeah.
would have.
Oh, then we should be camping.
On the way through the wood, I was just grabbing berries, nuts, and keeping an eye out for some game so I could give
Francisco.
Spit some raw meat.
Okay, perfect.
I have my hand on the hilt of my sword the entire time. I'm scanning everything, the trees.
Okay.
I'm like, anytime there's like a breeze, I'm like.
So you guys make your way back to Connieberry through the Neverwinter Wood. All right. Why don't you all give me a survival check to see if you can find somewhere to camp for the night?
Okay. Survival.
Ooh,
Well, we're not
survival.
using
Dirty
Panda.
20.
Okay, well, I got a 13.
22.
Next 20. Dirty 20, 22, dirty
16.
I
Okay.
rolled it at 19.
So I mean, you guys are in a
Got
ruined
nine-
town,
18.
so it's you guys pretty easily sift through the ruins, walk through town. You see toppled statues. You see where there used to be like a merchant, like a strip mall essentially, and most of the buildings were completely destroyed there. But there is one building within that strip mall that still has a roof. The door closes. The shutters are still intact, so you can close everything up. And yeah, you guys find a nice little place to rest for the night.
Right.
Easy.
I awkwardly pick a corner away from the others. Wrap myself in my blanket. I just go on my side and watching all of them.
Okay. Francisco kind of like also picks a corner and has his sword at the ready, just kind of like chilling.
I go out in the open in the middle of everyone and flop down face first and just fall asleep.
Oh, someone needs to keep watch.
Yeah,
And I
it's-
can take the first watch. I am not tired right now. I am very awake.
After giving both Francisco and imra'lyr very concerned looks, I set up my little ritual and have a little prayer with my incense and candles.
Okay. Give me what are you doing for your prayer? Like, do you have anything prepared to say, or do you have like something special you want to do with your prayer,
No.
or is it just your nightly prayers?
Just my nightly prayers, that things will be chill, will be good. Tomorrow that we won't get attacked through the night. That we'll be a little better sheltered here, but nothing super special.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
Ooh, that was a natural 1.
Ooh.
Oh no, we're gonna be plagued with attacks every time.
So Nothing really happens.
Yeah, I didn't think that they would.
And
I'm
for
very
that one, I
distracted
can't
by
give
the
you
other
anything.
two. The other two made me very concerned, and I'm just more distracted by that than being able to.
Kenzie's praying with one eye open.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so Francisco takes the first watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hey, nat 20, baby.
All right.
Ah, nice.
So as you are sitting there diligently watching and listening, you've kind of perched yourself up against the window, a window sitting right here, and you have it slightly ajar so you can hear everything outside. You're sitting there kind of glancing up. You have perfect sight to the moon. It's a beautiful full moon. Everything sounds really nice and quiet. You hear owls hooting out in the distance. You hear some fluttering of wings and maybe some bats screeching. But for your first watch, everything goes smoothly.
Cool.
Who are you waking up for the second watch?
imra'lyr.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Tap her on the shoulder. Hey, imra'lyr, I think it is your turn to keep watch. Sorry. I go over to my corner and go to sleep.
I'm all
holding
cranky.
my
and
sword in
say,
its scabbard to my chest.
So you're an elf, right, Lore?
Mhm.
So are you actually sleeping or are you transing?
I'm transing.
Oh, okay.
Transing.
So I mean, you only need 4 hours anyway.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, that was not very good. I went a little too violent there. Perception, right?
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. So imra'lyr wakes up slightly annoyed. She has to take the middle watch, which sucks. She doesn't get all the rest that she wants.
But
But-
sleep.
Yep, she doesn't get all her beauty sleep. She sits there and kind of fidgets, but still keeps an ear out, making sure that nothing happens. She hears me snoring in the corner or in the middle of the room. And as imra'lyr is sitting there, Spit comes up and kind of cuddles in her arms because he's cold and he's tired. You guys imra'lyr is coming to understand that maybe these goblins are a lot more misunderstood than people give them credit for. But fortunately, as your hours pass, you're fine. Nothing happens. Who do you wake up for the final watch?
I'm still holding Spit, so I stretch my leg out towards me and shake him with my foot at the shoulder. Me,
What are you doing?
take watch.
Already?
Yes.
Okay.
I sit up and I just kind of take a side and perch up to get ready for watch.
Okay, give me your perception check.
That face isn't looking good.
12.
No,
Okay.
better than mine.
Well,
Because I got a +4 in perception, I rolled an 8. So that's why I was concerned for a second.
so Me gets up, stretches her little arms, because you are in your little girl form, right? You walk over and kind of plant yourself near one of the windows, kind of looking, getting a little distracted. You were playing with your shape-shifting abilities in your hand, switching it from your little girl hand to a claw, switching it again to a bugbear paw. Different little things to entertain yourself, kind of listening here and there, making sure everything's all right. And as the sun begins to rise, you guys wake up, but nothing happens.
Finally, a free night's rest. After
Full
last
night in the
time.
wilderness, and you guys had no encounters. Oh, the roll of the dice sometimes is kind.
Yep.
Like last time.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I wasn't the one who got it this time like last time.
While everybody's kind of like slowly coming awake, I just start making a little breakfast.
See, Spit wakes up.
I wave a little bit
Kinsley's
of
kind of
fake-
doing the same thing, though.
Start
Like,
waving
that's what we're
pocket bacon in front of them.
Oh,
Spit
good. It's not
devours.
burnt.
No, I'm quite used to making my own food.
Me too. I'm usually the one that has to do it.
Really?
You, Imra?
Oh, you're welcome.
So actually, give me a performance check to see if it is
Oh
burnt.
no, that's not.
you gotta work for
Why
it.
are you doing this to me? Hey, that's not bad.
Performance. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. I'm proficient in performance. 18.
Okay, yeah, no, bacon's not burnt. It's almost the perfect amount of like chewy and crunchy without being too burnt.
Mm.
So it's good. It's good.
Is there some for me? Do I get some? Yes.
Yes, I took some from everybody's pockets.
Oh, what I was
Oh.
sleeping. Well, you know what?
Your back was just laying there, so I figured I'd just take a little from you and just a communal breakfast with everybody.
I normally believe in something called consent, but that is okay. You know what? The bacon is
Partaking of
bacon.
your own food. It is your food. I simply made something up.
That is fair.
She was basically just doing what you should be doing for yourself.
I guess that is true.
I do
I
the
should
same.
learn to cook.
Except,
Do you not know how to cook?
Well, I can make like You know what? I actually can't make anything. I normally just buy things and I eat them.
Do you not cook your bacon then?
Why would you cook bacon? Bacon's good by itself. You just eat it. It's so good.
You know what?
Spit.
Spitass has a very
That was
good
cooked
point.
bacon you ate.
Did you like
It
it?
was juicy, was it not?
Wait. What's cooked? What's cooked means?
Where you heat it up on a fire? And
Oh yeah.
if you do it too long, it gets burnt and it loses the flavor and kind of tastes not as good.
But if you cook it just right, it's very juicy.
It tastes good to me. It's food.
Oh,
I just pat him on the head.
Okay.
Goes back to chewing on the bacon.
Shall we head back and present our information to Francisco's girlfriends?
No, she's not my girlfriend, but maybe in the future. We shall see.
You're going to make Agatha very jealous.
You know what? I think I am afraid. I feel like that is what this emotion is. I feel like he
See?
might be correct.
That's kind of what I thought.
I still have my doubts
But
about
I also
that one.
have no experience with love, so I wouldn't know.
All I know is the books that I've read. I've never finished any books, but from what I've read of the books, it doesn't seem to be fear that the people feel. I don't think so.
The only real romance I've ever had would be suitors, but that's awkward.
Okay. And you guys,
We're all walking back.
you're
We're
all,
walking.
you're
Yes,
getting,
this is
so,
all we're
so you
walking.
guys packed up the whole camp. You guys are all walking towards, you make your way up the big hill, the hill that you crested when you overlooked Canterbury the first time you laid eyes on the ruined town. And you start making your way back down the path, down the Tribor Trail, heading in a southwestern direction. And as you guys are going, the sun is rising. It's a cloudy day, but not terribly cold. Fortunately, you guys are in the time of the year where the weather is pretty nice. You get rain showers here and again, but not too often. as you're walking, why doesn't everyone give me perception checks?
I'm scared of my dice.
Oh no.
Phew.
Green.
Yeah.
Everyone's failing me.
Perception, you say?
11.
18.
9 again.
9, 18.
We got no
Good thing I didn't
bonuses.
roll you. Shoot.
Rolled
I
real
have a
good.
+5,
The plus 4.
and I
3.
got a 9.
Oh, I have a 7. My apologies. I miscalculated.
Sorry, what was everyone's again? I was busy looking up something.
18.
9.
Okay.
10. I know 11.
Okay. So with an 18, as you guys are walking, Francisco starts to hear a
Everybody, wait. Everyone, stop. Listen, do you hear that? Elf. With your elf ears, what can you hear?
Should I make another perception or did
well.
Now that I
If
pointed
he's
it
pointing, if he's pointing it out, then yeah, you guys should be able to. You start to feel the ground shake a little bit, and you hear.
14.
we can feel the shake?
You can feel a little bit of a shaking going on.
I got a 19 for my perception checking.
Oh well, I mean, if Trevor's pointing it out, then you guys
Oh, okay.
you automatically get it.
Can we tell what direction it's coming from?
With an 18, yeah, Francisco can tell that it is coming in a southeastern direction. Or it's coming in an eastern direction, kind of back the way you came, but further south. So it's making its way up, kind of towards you guys. So you guys are walking down the trail this way, and it's coming up kind of that way. You guys can't.
Get off the road!
Yes, I agree. We need to leave the road and hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go into stealth.
References? No one?
Stealth. Nope, I got it.
No,
I think we all got it.
I was, I was waiting for some kind of reaction. I don't know.
So I was
Okay.
doing this.
So everyone give me stealth checks then.
Okay.
Ew.
Oh boy.
So I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh boy. I have disadvantage with this.
I don't even have to roll again because I got a 1.
I got an 8.
No.
I got an 8.
And I have that was on my first roll, so I didn't have to roll with disadvantage. I already did
I got a 24. Does that help them at all?
Pass without a trace.
So
24?
Kinsley.
so 24 would that you're hidden really, really well.
Wait. Can I just cast a spell?
What spell? What do you want to cast?
I can spell. Blah, blah, blah. I can cast. Where'd it go? Oh, the big one. Yes, pass without trace. That
Oh,
one.
that's a
Okay.
plus 10 to everybody.
Yeah, so with a thing like that, you need to say that you're going to cast it before everyone makes their rolls.
Also, it doesn't really help nat ones.
No, it wouldn't have helped in that
I would have
one.
only gotten a 12.
Well, even then, a nat one's a nat one.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what did you get, Francisco?
An 8.
Okay, so imra'lyr hides
Cast
really well.
on myself.
I'm going to say, actually, I got to roll for spit.
Oh no, spit!
Oh, what is
Don't
spit?
goblins have like a +6 to stealth?
He got a +5. He rolled a 24 as well. He jumps into imra'lyr's arm, and they hide together. That's what they do.
Please.
I lay on the side of the road and try to rub dirt on my face or something.
Tries to blend in like a chameleon.
Yeah.
I just lay
Okay.
flat in the grass.
So as you guys hear, it's so fun. And and all of a sudden, out of the trees, as they part, you see an ogre step out. You see he's dragging behind him what used to be a merchant, and he's got the merchant's got limbs missing, and he's laughing as he's pulling off limbs and throwing them.
Kinsley is trying so hard not to vomit.
He looks
It's pretty funny.
and he sees Kinsley
Limbs.
and me right away.
Kinsley, look at the limbs. Look, they're just like.
He goes.
I rush him with my sword.
Kinsley, why is he looking
I rush at him with my sword.
Everyone roll initiative because he's pulling out his stuff and coming at Kinsley.
Okay.
I have a plus.
I
Of
got
course it's coming
I got
at me.
17.
22.
Okay, friend.
I mean, he's probably coming after you because you
Kim,
think it's gross. I
22.
think it's funny, so. Look at the limbs flying.
Okay, Kinsley, what'd you get? 3? Me, what'd you get?
16.
16 plus, what's your initiative bonus?
Plus 0.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as this ogre sees Kinsley, he throws the merchant's body aside and he pulls out his great club and he starts booking it towards Kinsley. However, imra'lyr, you are fastest.
I'm taking out my gun. I'm going to try to shoot him.
Okay.
Ah, no, what an attack. Really? We were doing so well. That is a big fat 5.
Yeah, that misses. So as you happen to shoot right as he's pulling out his club, and then you strike the side of his club, and he swings it away. He's like, "More stuff to kill!" And he's just running at Kinsley, going for it, and it is his turn. So he's gonna swing.
Kinsley is prone, right?
I mean,
Well, I stood up when I was starting to vomit.
yeah.
okay.
So does a 19 hit Kinsley?
Yes,
Okay.
just barely. +1. This is gonna
13
hurt.
damage.
That's more than half my health. 13.
13 damage. So he swings and he gets you right in the gut, and you go flying about 10 feet. And then, fortunately, I'm going to say that it's not going to knock you prone because that's not something that he does. But he does, 13 bludgeoning damage. You fly back and you hit a tree and just heave forward and start, launch forward on your hands and knees and start dry heaving as that giant great club just shattered your chest. Now it is Francisco's turn.
Okay. I am going to attack him, doing a fainting attack.
Okay. What's the fainting attack do for those at home?
You can expend 1 superiority die and use a bonus action on your turn to add the total to the damage roll and gain advantage on your next attack roll against a chosen creature within 5 feet.
Awesome.
So yeah, I attack him, and does a 14 hit?
It does hit. He is a
Okay.
big fat ogre, and he's just wearing some leather stuff around his stuff.
Okay. Yeah. 6, so.
That's partially why I was trying not to vomit.
And
Gross upon gross.
then the superiority die. So I do 15 points of damage on him.
Nice.
And next turn I have an advantage against him.
Okay. So Francisco goes running up with his sword. You have a short sword?
A great sword.
A great sword. So you come running up with your great sword, and you
Clout
get
strife, baby.
right up his back, and he's he does not like the feel of your steel on his back. Me, you are up next.
Who's closest to me?
So right now, Francisco and the ogre are right on top of each other. Kinsley flew back on the opposite side, you are probably closest to imra'lyr and
Who's,
Spit.
who's closer between Francisco and Kinsley?
Francisco's closer to you. Kinsley's way on the other side.
Okay. Because Francisco's neck and neck with the ogre right now. I run up to Francisco, and he's within running up to distance, right?
Yeah, you guys are all within like 30 feet of each other.
All right. So I run up to Francisco, and I touch him on the shoulder, and I say, or just say in a normal voice, I steal the bear's armor from nature, and I now give it to you, my ally. And I cast enhance ability and give bears endurance, in which the target has advantage on Constitution checks and also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends.
So do I roll those, or do you roll that?
So
Usually
you-
the caster rolls it.
Okay.
Yes. So me.
2d6.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that for him.
The block. 6 and 6, 12.
Nice.
Oh,
So you get 12
yeah.
temporary hit points.
I'm a
So as you see,
Round of applause.
so me comes running up behind Francisco, drops down low, drops onto her knees, and slides up and slaps him right on his side, and says the incantation, and all of a sudden a spectral green bear kind of forms itself right behind Francisco, and the head and paws just kind of lay down on top, and you can see that the bear's head fits over his and then disappears.
That's cool.
He's been covered in the bear's armor.
That's cool.
All right, that's me's turn. So up next is Spit.
yes.
I start panicking.
So Spit's gonna
Wow.
jump out and be like, "You no hurt friends." He's gonna pull out his little let's see.
I'm so scared for Spit.
No, Spit, no!
Happened to
I swear, if Spit gets
Have a
hit,
short
I'm gonna
bow?
be pissed.
Oh, we don't
But
have
yeah, I thought it was a short bow.
Yeah, he's got a short bow. I'm just for some reason it's not. Oh, that's right, because I'm not freaking logged in as that thing. Does anyone have the stats for a short bow, real quick?
I
I'm gonna
might.
get a piece of
I
paper and
can
start
look
writing
it up
down my
real-
incantation.
Oh, I have a longbow.
Manage your equipment.
It should be to hit plus the dex.
1d6 plus dex. Okay, cool.
Well,
Plus proficiency
So,
if he's proficient
to-
with it.
I don't know if it's a
My
simple,
compute-
but
my
I'm just
thing
gonna do
isn't
plus
loading.
dex. So he does 8 damage to it.
yes.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay, after Spit, it is now me's turn, or Kinsley's turn. I'm sorry.
Does it look like the ogre's like still gonna try to come after me, or is he kind of
No,
occupied?
He's occupied. He's gonna turn around and go after Francisco. He's the one that just hit him.
Then I'm gonna take a chance,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon. Let me see. Hold on. How much do I want to do this? We're gonna do it at. Oh, I guess I have to do it at second level because it's still at second level as well. So yeah, casting spiritual weapon above his head,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to make it hit him.
What's your spiritual weapon take the shape of?
It's the glaive, the moon glaive.
The giant moon.
Yeah,
blade
the mu-
pops
giant
up
moon
above the
glaive.
ogre's head.
It's on both sides too, so it's
Oh,
like
that's cool.
one crescent's going this way, the other's going that way.
Nice.
So if you spin it in a circle, it just yeah.
Yeah.
That dice didn't want to be rolled. Are you serious? That's another one. None of my dice are working right now.
Oh no.
They're all broken.
So instead, seeing that didn't work, because that was my bonus action, I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Okay, let's see if he makes it. What's his wisdom? -2. Oh, but he got a 16, so it's a total of 14.
I hate my life. I can't do anything. That's fine. I'm just gonna go hide behind a tree
Okay,
because I'm in pain.
so you can use your movement to move behind a
Uh-huh.
tree. So
I'm gonna do
you,
that.
you were up against a tree, so you just kind of
Kind of
walk
scoot
back down
around
the
it.
other side. Yep, so it is now imra'lyr's turn again.
Okay, how far away is it from me?
You're probably about 25-ish feet away.
Okay. So I'm going to use Planar Warrior. That's
Okay.
assuming if I hit with my gun.
And what does Planar Warrior do?
I didn't hit, so it doesn't matter anyway. But
Okay.
Planar Warrior gives me a 1d8 of force damage with whatever weapon I hit it with. But I can't seem to hit it, so.
I feel that.
Yeah, so you end up taking aim and shooting wide. Nothing happens. It is now the ogre's turn. He's gonna turn around and he looks at Francisco and is like, "Ugh, why you hit me?"
You want to fight a real man? Oh shoot!
And he swings. I killed little man with toothpick.
I am not a little man. I am a very big man.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
He gets a +6 to his hit, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I only have a +5.
I also only have +5. At least for my spells.
9 damage. to
9 damage.
Francisco.
Okay. That's not too bad. Is that all you got? That all?
Come at me, bro.
Francisco takes it like a champ. Next up is Francisco.
Okay, so I'm going to attack him, and I have advantage on this because of the last thing. And let me check real quick. Yeah, have advantage. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 definitely hits.
Okay, so that is 11 points of damage, but I'm also going to go ahead and use my action surge to attack him again.
Okay.
And then I got a 20.
That definitely hits.
And I'm going to, as my bonus action, spend the superiority die again to add damage to that.
Okay.
So that is going to be 8, 9. That's another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
No, sorry, not 12. I'm sorry. Wait. 8. 9. Yeah, actually, yeah, 12. Sorry, I thought I did math bad, but I actually did it good.
All right.
And I have advantage on my next attack.
All right, you guys see as Francisco gets mauled by this ogre or gets hit by him against the arm, he freaks out and pulls out his greatsword, essentially powers up like Goku in Dragon Ball Z, freaks out and just double slashes against the ogre, successfully actually removing his left arm.
Oh,
I called it.
Francisco.
Who is a weak man now? Who's little man?
I called it.
It's a flesh wound.
That seems pretty fatal to me, my friend.
He holds up his arm, just grabs it, and it stops bleeding.
Beautiful.
It's just a flesh wound.
All right,
Tis but a flesh wound.
Me, it is your turn. You are, as these guys are fighting, still there. You're kind of dancing in between them, dodging, making sure you don't get stepped on or hit by a sword. What are you doing?
Right. I use one of my first, how far away is Kinsley from me?
So she's about 10 feet away. You could run over to her real quick if you needed.
Okay. So I run over to Kinsley, and I would like to. I would like to ready myself to in case the ogre goes after me, to I'd ready myself to basically cast Longstrider on the nearest person to me if he starts coming towards them.
So you're running over Kinsley and you're holding your action?
Yeah, I'm holding my action.
Okay. So you're going to hold your action to cast Longstrider in case he starts running towards someone, then you can cast it on them and they can take off.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have his attention.
Oh man, yeah, I think we're good.
I'm just saying, I just needed to figure out something to do for now because I can't do anything yet.
All right, so me is going to step out from behind imra'lyr's leg and going to take a shot at him again.
You mean spit?
Or Spit, yeah, I'm sorry. Spit's currently hiding behind her leg. Oh, but he misses. He shoots wide.
You think I can't get it to shoot, right? No, it's supposed to work. Why isn't it working?
No, I know, but my cup's not doing it either.
It's stupid.
It is.
So, okay, Spit goes wide, so it is Kinsley's turn.
I will try again to hit him with my spiritual weapon. That is a 16 plus a 5.
Nice, that hits.
Let's go, baby.
So it's gonna be 5 damage.
5 damage, all right.
And then he can go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
He got a 4. He failed.
Yes, and it's a D12 because he's already injured. That's 9 damage.
9 total?
Yes. Well, from Troll the Dead.
Okay, yeah. So as he's sitting there fighting with
Necrotic damage.
Okay. As he's sitting there fighting with Francisco, all of a sudden this glaive twitches and then slices sideways, cutting against his back, essentially making his arms go limp. He can no longer use them. You've cut the tendon that connects his arms, and then you toll the dead. It smashes against his head, and now he is dazed. He's not dead, but he is so close.
Yeah, that's what you get.
imra'lyr, it is your turn.
I'm going to try to shoot him again with planar wire and everything. Okay, that's better. That is so much better. Okay, my attack is, that is a 14.
14, that hits.
Yes, that's right. A D10 and a D8. 10 and an 8. 18. Plus,
Nice.
plus 3. 18, 19, 20. 20!
So,
Ooh, 21.
so you finally, were you shooting with your gun?
Yes.
So you finally get it all worked out and cocked perfectly, and you stand back, you push Spit aside, pull your gun up, shoot perfectly, and get him right between the eyes. The ogre stops. And falls forward. Francisco, give me a dexterity check.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Dexterity, just straight dex?
Dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw. That is a 7.
A 7. Okay. So as he gets shot through the front, he falls forward and lands on Francisco.
Oh no.
Ow, I hold my sword up. Yeah.
you take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
And now you are kind of trapped under this ogre. Yeah, he's just kind of laying on you.
I walk up to
Sorry.
Francisco and pet him on the head. It's okay.
No, this is not okay. This is horrible.
I put my gun away.
Cisco, are you okay?
Beautiful piece.
I'm fine. I just need
I
to
dissipate the spiritual weapon.
off of me. I need out.
I just keep
Can
petting.
I walk over?
Don't really want to touch it.
I don't think I want to touch it either.
I mean, you're
I'll
the
touch
strong
it.
one.
You're the strong one. I think
Push him off.
My arms are
Bears
pinned underneath
honor.
his big body.
I went through all the trouble of stealing Bear's armor, and you can't even lift it yourself. Do I have to give you Ox's
armor
strength
is
too?
strength than strength. It's not like you gave me strength of an ox or whatever it's called.
I mean, I
I'm not
could.
stealing from Bull right now.
I mean, I have weak little gun shooting, bow shooting, slashing arms. I can.
I'm only
try.
tempting fate with one animal spirit for now.
Me, turn into a larger man. I don't
Spit
know.
walks over. Spit walks
How
over.
can you know that? Francisco, I hope you know that changing as a changeling doesn't change how strong we are.
I know, but you could at least grow some muscles or something. I don't know.
That's not how that works.
So Spit walks over, ends up grabbing some of Francisco's hair and starts pulling. Trying to pull him out.
Harder, Spit. I don't think it's going.
It's not working.
Spit, I think you have to pull a little harder.
No, he's stuck.
Harder.
He's dead. Let's just leave him.
Yeah, come on. Okay,
Okay.
Francisco, I'm afraid you are
If you
going
say
to
so.
die.
let me try something. I then use shape change to turn into a goblin and try to wiggle my way out.
You're going to change it into something smaller?
I was thinking maybe I could like under his fold of his fat or something. I can like
Francisco,
It's not going to change the amount of weight coming down on you.
right.
Okay, Francisco,
I'll
maybe-
help you. I do a strength
How-
check and I see if I can.
Okay, yeah, give me a strength
I'll
check.
help him.
Okay, so whoever's rolling, do it with advantage,
Roll.
so everyone, like,
Who has the best strength?
I have a flat.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
I will still turn.
But I have
into
a -1 in strength, so it's
that's
an
okay.
That's still an
That's
18.
okay. 18 still
I
succeeds.
will still turn into
Kinsley's
something
just
smaller, so they need less time to hold it up.
Okay,
I,
so
as a tiny little girl, go
I'm
and
helping.
lift.
I'm sitting
Everyone-
there. The 7 foot tall furball is sitting there wringing her hands. Just, I'm so sorry.
so you guys, me and imra'lyr and Spit end up pushing him up. Francisco shape changes into a goblin, and it makes it so he can escape a little easier. And you guys eventually get Francisco out from under the now dead ogre.
Man, that
I
sucks.
tired.
Yeah, I know. It's gross. Oh man, I don't really want to do that again.
I start searching the ogre for anything.
I'm
Okay,
tired,
yeah,
and
give
so
me
I'm
a-
lounging on top of the corpse of the ogre, just relaxing.
Give me an investigation check, Lore.
I turned back into my normal
17.
form.
17? Okay, so yeah, you start digging around. Eventually, you guys are able to push him over so the ogre is laying on his back, missing one arm, blood kind of seeping out where the tendons were cut. So it's a little bit of a messy process. But you find, of course, you find a javelin. You find the weapons that he used, which is going to be a javelin and a great club, which is a 2d8 plus 4 for him. I don't know if it would be the same in the handbook for players. But as you're searching around, you find that he's covered, like he's got a leather loincloth on, essentially. He has leather type bracers on that are held on with what are probably, you would guess, human belts. He's got a bone tooth necklace around, and he's got a tiny pouch in his tied around his waist in the back underneath. You kind of have to like pull his loincloth out a little bit to pull out the thing, and inside you find a couple of goblin teeth.
Don't show Spit.
Along with a total of 15 gold.
Can I have
You
the
ca-
I
human?
want to look
Can I have
through
the
the
human hide?
merchant's body. I want to, go through his
Yeah.
pockets.
Go check the merchant. Okay, yeah. So you go over to where the merchant was thrown. You go and you see this merchant was probably in his early 30s. He had dark hair, slightly graying, a little mustache, human. Obviously human. Light skin. You can see that, unfortunately, he's missing both legs and one arm. You see he's wearing relatively nice clothes, a green tunic, brown pants. You can search his body. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. I mostly want to find like identification, kind of like see who he was.
Mhm.
That's a 3 though, so I don't think I'll be finding anything.
Yeah, you don't really find much. You figure that as the ogre was taking him over, he probably grabbed what little stuff the merchant had and put it in his little coin purse. But yeah, whatever merchants and whatever wares this merchant had, it's not on him.
Can I tell what the tooth necklace is? Like what creatures? What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can tell the size. They're relatively large.
Okay.
Larger than a humanoid, but not gigantic. Like it probably wouldn't be the tooth of a dragon or something.
Okay.
So, but you guess maybe large enough to be like some large cat, maybe a crocodile.
Okay. How big is the necklace?
Not huge. I mean, it's big enough to fit around his neck. It's probably a total of like 4 or 5 foot diameter.
I kind of loop it and then put it on as a belt, like just over my hips.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Goes with my eye patch that I'm just wearing up here.
Yeah.
So Amber, what'd you find?
I hand the 15 gold to Kinsley for splitting up later. But it was 15 gold, some weapons. He has his leather loincloth. I do not feel like removing. Bracers with some belts, keeping them on. I'm wearing the bone tooth necklace, and then this pouch with some. I take out the goblin teeth and like put it in my pocket, so that. See.
Hey, what was that?
Nothing.
What are you doing? Okay.
Don't worry, Spit. I'm just going to. It's just some things to bury later. Yeah, that's about this.
Yeah.
Did you
Unfortunately, it's an ogre. Ogres don't
Yeah.
really have need for material things.
Do you want the pouch? Me?
Sure.
Asked for one before, and I don't know what you need it for, or if you would want to
I
continue.
mean, I'll take another pouch.
She's just gonna have a collection of pouches.
Do you want to take a closer look at that pouch, me?
Yeah, can I have a look at the pouch?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Mine too.
Okay, so you're looking over that pouch. It is leather. Looks relatively probably made within the last couple months. It is human skin.
I love this pouch so
Yeah.
You see like a
Oh,
little
this is
tear go
going
down
on.
my eye?
Oh,
Me, you are quite
gosh.
emotional over this. I did not realize you would. We have no idea it's human skin, right?
No,
Only
me being a changeling, constantly changing between all these different forms, and being a druid, knows quite a bit about like nature and like the types of leathers and skins, I guess, and can pretty much know it's humanoid, and out of the humanoids, it mostly resembles human.
So wait, was there anything in it, or was it just empty? Right?
No,
There's
there was the
no
15 gold, and there was the teeth. But imra'lyr gave the 15 gold to Kinsley, and then hid the teeth.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
it's just
have
an
the
empty
pouch.
pouch. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this pouch, go up to the ogre, I'm just gonna fill it with some blood, like I did with my other pouch.
That's terrible.
I
She's
have
gonna have
two.
a bunch of dried blood.
I have 2 blood pouches now.
Of dried blood.
me, I am concerned and confused. Why are you collecting blood?
It gives me comfort.
I'm just
Eh,
gonna put it on my
like
head.
comfort about your own mortality?
It's complicated.
We need to
This-
have a conversation about this later, because I'm
I-
concerned.
I feel like we always have to have a conversation about something me does.
Yes, maybe an
Yeah.
intervention. Maybe we can sit them down.
I put
While all
my-
this has been happening,
I just slowly
Right.
put my hand in the body of the ogre. Just
Uh-uh.
covered in blood.
I walk away. I start walking.
Kinsley.
Yeah.
I'm
put my
going
hands
to
on
start
Kinsley?
walking.
Kinsley actually hits you.
Make an attack roll.
He's always getting
16.
hit.
Yeah, that hits unarmed strike. So what is it? Just plus
A D4, right?
I thought that was only for monks. I thought it was just your strength modifier.
Yeah, I think it is just your
Oh,
strength
okay.
modifier.
I have
Because
a
I
0 for my strength modifier, but I don't think it can be any lower than 1.
Yeah, so
Okay, mine just says 4, yeah.
I more shove her, like I palm her face and
Yeah.
shove her.
so 1 plus strength. So yeah, you do one point of damage to me.
Yeah. I shove you. Kinsley does not like that.
I'm walking away.
Kinsley's not the kind of
Kinsley.
person to do that.
I took Spit's hand and I'm just not Spitz.
While they were doing the whole body thing, I was casting Cure Wounds on myself and on Francisco. And Francisco,
I still have 2 temporary hit points.
Yeah, he didn't go down anywhere.
I thought that you got hit.
I did get hit, but I have 2 extra temporary hit points. Arthur gave me 12, and I only took 8.
I
When
stole
he
the
cast
the
the
hide
bear
of bear.
Oh, and I took.
I thought you took
10.
damage beforehand, though.
No.
I thought that you did. Never mind. Then I didn't heal you. I just healed myself.
I mean, you got hit, so I mean that happened.
As the tension is high between me and Kinsley, the group eventually starts walking and making their way back towards Phandelver. Hours pass. The sun gets high overhead and starts making its way down the other side. Spit and imra'lyr are walking hand in hand.
I like this.
Me too.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what's it taste like?
My hat? I probably sweat it, so it. No, it's a problem. I'm sure it just tastes like poop. Not good at all.
Eventually, you guys keep walking.
I don't want to mention it's probably salty because then he might try to like bite it or something. So I just tell him it tastes like poop.
Eventually, you guys make it back to Phandelver safe and sound. You come into town. It is later in the evening. It has been a long day.
I wrap
of
Spit
travel.
up so we don't have to put makeup on him or anything. I just
Okay.
cover
Yeah.
him.
My arm's
You
still
guys-
covered in blood. I touched my face after I got shoved, and I'm like, oh, so I have blood all over my face.
So you guys have made your way into town. What are you going to do now? It is
We are-
late.
Going to go straight to the inn and wash
there's any
me up
rooms
because
open.
me is covered in blood.
Okay. Yeah, because it
But I
is.
don't think you are.
I imagine I am too because the ogre fell on top of me.
Yeah, you are covered in blood.
Francisco, you look beautiful. You don't have to get rid of all this
No,
beautiful.
but I
red.
cannot approach the sister looking like this tomorrow, so I should probably clean myself up. You know, not to insult people of the church. You know, they're very,
guess,
very
I guess.
respectable.
We should warn her that you and Agatha are in a deep, committed relationship.
Ah,
I
yes,
committed
very
nothing to
committed.
Agatha, not even in the slightest. I ran away from her. Okay,
Kinsley's giving
I
up and
was
she's just shaking her
terrified.
head.
okay. That is a scary woman with no substance or volume or density. Those are just
Oh,
words I read in
so
a book. I don't know what they actually mean.
you're
But
biased against
Dentist.
you're biased against ghosts. You're going to break her heart.
I am biased against people I cannot physically touch. That is part of the.
Now you're
workers.
making it awkward.
Very awkward.
Me?
You know what?
You don't get to say anything about being awkward.
Anyway, I'm going to go clean myself up. I am
We
disgusted.
need to talk to the innkeeper and make sure we have rooms.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys make your way up, and you see Toblin is behind the counter. He's like, "Hey, welcome back, everyone. How was your trip? How'd it go?"
It went well. I am covered in ogre blood, so is me. So
Is that what that is? I thought it was. I mean, I knew it was blood. I just wasn't sure. Wasn't sure it was from ogre. You say? Oh.
yes, I was an ogre killing people in the
Oh.
countryside. So
Francisco, did you ever identify who that man was?
no, I could not find anything. He was a merchant, older man, probably late 30s, early 40s.
Actually, it was early 30s.
Early 30s, late 20s, something
So
like that.
not really an older man, more of a man.
I suppose you could say, man. I mean, he's older than me, so older in a sense.
Regardless, you don't know about any missing merchants, do you? I mean, he was coming from the opposite direction we were traveling. So.
Not that I've heard of. You know, we see merchants in here from time to time. Obviously, Barthen's got to get his provisions from somewhere, and Lenine over at the Lion Shield Coster, she gets stuff coming in from her corporate, as they say. But we not that I know of. Everyone here is safe, so that's good.
Yes, that is good. Can we just say that before we left, we buried the merchant, and I kind of hit the teeth in with him.
Yeah. You guys could have taken time to do that. That's all right.
I would have said a prayer over him.
I would have
snapped
moved 6
knee
inches to be
in
in
the
a
back
very
of the
weird
head.
spot.
You know, like an
punch
angry
it to-
mom with her slipper.
I would really, I would like reposition the goblin teeth that Imra put and just like put her like, I don't know, like in his mouth or something. Just
I
weird.
snuck that stuff.
Yeah,
You
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
known
seen
about
it.
them.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Well, I mean, we probably would have had to do a sleight of hand. I just forgot.
Right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
if you guys want rooms, I do have some rooms available still. We still don't have a lot of travelers coming through. And there are wash bins. I will have fresh water brought up, and we will change that in the morning right away, too, because no one wants the stench of ogre blood. Ugh.
No,
Thank you. You are the best. And honestly, I will recommend this place to any traveler that's coming through. Guaranteed. This is
For the
best
heroes
service I've had in a long time.
For the heroes of Phandelver, you saved us from those ruffians, and it is the least I can do to make sure that you have everything you need when you come here.
Is that
Thank
what
you
they are
so much.
calling us?
Well, we didn't really know what to call you. I mean, you're kind of just a group of heroes, and you have saved Phandelver, so we kind of put 2 and 2 together. Do you have something else you'd rather we call you?
A fantastic
Wait, you know what? We
four.
can workshop something tonight. You know, that is a good idea. We should have a name.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Huh.
Wait, thank you. I'm going to my room now. And so Francisco walks away, and you can see he's like trying to like rub some of the blood off that's dried on flaky. He's like, "Ugh."
Oh, Francisco, your key. Here, room 4.
Thank you.
What was the name we gave Spit again?
Spit.
Gil.
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 Okay. Let's go Gil.
And how many other rooms is Francisco by himself? Do you
Oh,
guys
no,
room?
Francisco will be sharing a room with me. So 2.
Not with Imra, with me.
No. So wait. The little girl is.
Yes.
It's like a father-daughter sort of relationship has blossomed between them.
I don't want to know. She drinks. And I didn't say anything. And
Francisco pops his head out down the hall. She is a bad child. I am disciplining her.
don't want to know.
You made it.
Do not want to know. Okay.
Me, I have your chains ready.
Here you go.
I'll be right
Ladies' room 5, and Yeah. Points over at me.
Don't worry about it. It's not as awkward as it seems.
Yeah, okay. He turns around and he goes back to serving drinks to everyone else. You guys make your way upstairs to your rooms. Anything you're wanting to do before you hit the hay?
I actually stay downstairs and ask for an ale and just
Okay.
kind of sit there.
No
I
problem.
get as clean as I
For a while.
possibly can.
3
I
copper.
try to
Kinsley.
get clean, you know. Mhm.
Yep.
I shove Me's head into the wash bin and just rub her face off.
I'm assuming Spit's tired.
A Spit is exhausted.
I put Spit to bed, and then I go down and sit next to Kinsley. Are you all right?
I'm just not used to all this.
I understand. It's a brutal and not ideal. Is this... You haven't been gone from the family that you were with for long, have you? It's been a while
No.
since we talked.
I was only a part of the guild for a short time. And then I felt like I needed to go searching for something. So I went from that family to the guild to working for Gundren. And here I am. It's not quite what I expected it would be.
Nothing ever is. How are you holding up with this lifestyle?
I love it most of the time.
Really?
It's new, it's exciting,
Mm.
it's freeing.
Yes, free is
And
a good way to describe it.
but then sometimes it's hard. It's gruesome. And sometimes people make it more so than it needs to be. And I'm struggling with that.
Have you realized amongst it all that you are capable of doing things you never thought yourself able to do?
Yeah,
Things you never wanted to.
this wasn't really a part of the plan. Then, of course, I didn't really have a plan.
Do you regret working for Gundren and being a part of this?
No. Like I said before, I want to help to find Gundren. Gave me a direction, and I had none. I felt when I was sitting there looking at the map, I had no idea where to go, and it felt right. It felt like that was my answer that I was searching for. That Saloon was helping to guide me.
Selun is your patron?
Yes, my goddess. I'm just worried that the world around me is going to drown her out.
You are lucky to have someone to turn to and to find comfort in. If I had had that, I don't think I'd be so angry all the time. But I admire you, you know. You were thrust into this very difficult position and you're seeing horrible things. Things that I am numb to now. And you're doing quite well. I hope you don't ever get used to it like I did. But there's also something to say about being able to endure it. If you need to talk. I understand probably better than anyone else in our party what you are going through.
Thank you, Imra. Just kind of sit and drink my ale.
I ask for a water.
So you guys sit there, it grows late. Eventually, you finish your drinks and make your way up to the room. And you guys have a nice, restful night.
Here comes Spit. Is he still there?
Yeah, Spit's still there. Spit's passed out.
Just put his head in there.
You guys have anything you want to do before you fall asleep?
I just say my prayer.
I'm reading a book, but I get bored after like 10 minutes and just put it down.
I do. Sorry, go ahead, Arthur.
I'm staring very intently at my red pouches now.
And I am kind of just playing with a necklace around my neck that I keep hidden so nobody sees it ever.
Kinsley, give me another religion check as you're saying your prayers.
Ooh. That's a 21.
Okay. So as you're kneeling down to pray, talking to Saloon, telling her your feelings and how things have been going, how you're finding it rough with how violent the world is and how crazy things are, you get a thought in your head, a remembrance that war and chaos and things that happen are normal parts of the world, and you feel slightly comforted as you look out and you see that the moon is brighter tonight than it was, and a slight glowing is coming from your pouch as you're saying your prayers. You open it up and see that the berries you picked as you were leaving Agatha's lair have now they're glowing and they have been blessed. A thought comes to your mind that you now have 5 good berries.
Oh! That is so cool!
Another thought comes to your mind that Saloon is listening. She appreciates what you've been doing, knows that you follow her and you hope for more, and you're on a mission searching, and she blesses your mission to search and find what you're looking for. She hopes that these berries will help in your quest.
I just cry a little bit
Aww.
and thank her.
Okay. So you guys finally fall asleep. You wake up the next morning. You make your way downstairs to find that the inn is once again busy. There are lots of people everywhere coming in and out, and sitting at the bar is Sildar.
Good morning, Sildar. How are you?
Oh, yes, Francisco. Oh, how have your travels been? How have things? I came to look for you. Couldn't find you. Figured you'd show up in the inn eventually. It seems you're back. How was everything? Where did you go?
We went exploring. We went looking
He
for.
fell in love, Sildar.
I did
In
not
love, Francisco, you old dog.
She's the most gorgeous being.
Oh, and
Presented her with a silver comb to
es una
profession
mentira. Son
She
mentirosos
was
todos.
so
They're
beautiful.
lying to you, Sildar. We went to go look for a banshee.
I would
We
never
used to
lie
be
about
The
love.
most beautiful banshee.
Wait a
But
minute,
She was
Francisco-
terrified me. I almost peed my pants. It was quite scary.
Francisco
that-
fell in love with the banshee.
No,
Yes.
no.
Exactly.
romantic,
That is what
I was
happened.
terrified. I
congratulate
ran
him.
away from the bat
Congratulated.
because I was scared and almost peed my pants.
No, it was
Francisco, I
true.
knew you were an interesting guy. I did not know how interesting. Regardless, I have come to bring you guys something. I know that you are traveling around and heading in different directions, so I figured you guys could probably use this more than me. And he pulls out of his pouch a rolled up piece of parchment. He hands it to you, and as you open it up, you find that he has given you a map of Neverwinter.
Filter. I'm surprised. And I don't know.
Why are you surprised about Sildar?
He's just always been so disappointing.
What do you mean disappointing? Like, what?
He couldn't even fight a bunch of goblins to save Gundren.
Well, maybe he has other skills.
Like presenting maps. That is a
Yeah.
skill worth having.
Did you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So he hands this to you. Yes, I do have many other skills. Thank you. Hopefully this will come in handy. One of our local farmers told me that you may be heading off to Thundertree in search of Radoth. And if that's the truth, I figured, well, I better give you a map so you don't get lost. So as you guys can see, here is Neverwinter. That is the town you left.
We're by the ocean.
No,
Where
this
are we?
is, you're in Phandelver.
Oh,
You're down here. Neverwinter is where you came from. This is the road you came. This is where the Tribor Trail began. And you came down here. Canaberry was up over here. Agatha's lair around this area. And Thundertree is up around here. So now you know exactly in which direction you need to go, and we'll be able to find it. So if you guys want to take a snapshot of this, or if you just want me to send it in the email,
I
can do that
already
later.
got it.
I will just take a picture.
Cool.
Where is the
I clipped it.
There we go.
By the way, if we ever lose this in game, I have an excellent memory of maps and geography.
I also am proficient with cartographer's tools, which is why I was looking for them the other day, was to start making a map, but I could just copy it just in case.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea to have more copies.
I can forge documents, but I don't think that includes maps.
No.
Okay.
The same.
Guys, all good?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys now have a map of Neverwinter and the surrounding area.
Right on.
Hopefully this map will come in handy. Let me know if you need anything. I hope you guys are still planning on looking for Cragmaw Castle. I have finally heard back from my superiors, and they have told me that if we take care of the Cragmaw and get rid of the Cragmaw leader, I am allowed to reward you with quite a hefty amount of gold. So we're talking 500 gold pieces. So I really hope that that's enough to convince you to take care of this little issue.
This is with the spider and everything?
So, no, Cragmaw Castle is the leader of, like, the goblins and all that stuff, and they're the ones working for the Black Spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So related, but not
Related, yeah. But right now,
Something we ought to do anyway.
all the minions of the Cragmaw are causing trouble all over Neverwinter, and that's what they want taken care of. That's, like, the most pressing thing for them. Obviously, the Black Spider's a threat, but not an imminent threat that's happening right now.
Got it.
Yeah. Cool. So I will leave you to it. If you guys need me, I will be at the town hall. I'm continuing to station there. Come find me if you need me.
A quick question. How is it going establishing a town guard?
Not bad. I've been given the okay to start looking for recruits, and I plan on starting here. Maybe some of the strapping young men in this town will be willing to come train with me. There's not a lot. The only young men I've really seen are the ones that are helping over at Barthen's Provisions. So we'll see. They may not want to leave that cushy job. If not, we may have to bring in others.
There was an elf man that I saw that was very, very muscular in the tavern that I saw the other day. Maybe if you see him, you can, I don't know, talk to him.
Not a bad
He looked
idea.
very, very strong. I don't know. Looked like he did more than farming.
Awesome. Then I will go and inquire. Thank you, Francisco. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm just doing my part.
All right. So he turns around and he leaves. What are you guys doing?
I trip him on his way out.
I
Okay.
assist.
You both are going after me. You guys are dirty rats.
Through all of this, Kinsley has just been eating her breakfast.
I'll
So-
assist even if it takes shape water.
You guys give me an athletics check. He's going to make a
Athletics.
dexterity saving
Oh
throw.
man, can it be acrobatics?
Wait, so do I just, because I'm helping her, does she just roll with advantage?
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay. No.
You rolled pretty good.
You can
I
do
did
it.
not roll pretty good. The 9. Dynasty failed me.
So as you guys go to try and trip him, Me goes and tries to do the tabletop thing right behind him. He goes, oh, sorry, Me, I almost tripped on you. And he sidesteps and walks on out.
He has
They
no
learned
idea
that.
how much.
He is learning. Imra,
Awesome.
is this what you were talking about the other day about being in love? Where you want to
No.
just bother them, bully them?
No,
I think so, maybe.
the type I'm talking about, the bullying, is much gentler than how I treat Silda.
Gentler, like nibbles.
No, I've never been that brave.
Oh.
Kind of just have a fond smile, a little bit.
As you guys are having this conversation, Sister Gariel actually comes into the Stonehill Inn, doesn't notice you guys right away and walks up to the counter. Toblin, do you have my morning order? Yes. 1 second, Sister, 1 second. He goes in the back and brings her a little canister of milk and some bread and cheese. She's like, oh, thank you so much, Toblin. I appreciate it so much. And she picks up her stuff and turns.
Speaking of romance.
Oh, it's you.
Going
You've
to
returned.
make Agatha so sad.
Oh, did you find out about the book? Did you find it?
We, in fact,
Yes,
were able
we
to talk
did.
to Agatha and get some information.
Thank
for
you
her.
for the silver comb. It
Oh.
saved our lives.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. What did you find?
Well, Agatha told us that she was actually once the owner of this book that you are seeking, and
Was she really?
She was about the how long ago?
About
was it?
100 years.
It was
100
100 years, yeah.
About 100 years ago, and then she gifted it to a man called
To a necromancer. His name,
Ah.
let me see if what I wrote down as Zenoff.
Cernoff.
Well,
Wrong name.
I don't know if this is information that is helpful for my my coven. However, this is exactly what they were asking for. Any type of leads or anything.
You
this
might
is-
want to check the city of Iriawar.
Yes, that
Oh,
is where he apparently last had it, as far as Agatha knew.
that is perfect. I will make sure she pulls out a little pen and paper, starts writing all this all down. I'll make sure that the leaders of Timor's church know so they can continue their search. This is perfect. Thank you so much. Let me go grab your reward. And she quickly bustles out, and you guys hang out for about 10, 15 minutes. She comes back and she brings you 3 health potions. Just as promised, here is your reward. Thank you so much. I wish we could offer you more, but the church in this sector doesn't have a lot of money, so this is about all I can give you. But the information is perfect. Thank you so much.
It is quite all right. Now, speaking of, I know, like in some churches, the nuns cannot go on dates.
He's asking if you can, if he can take you out before we.
Oh,
I don't know if that is allowed, but
she starts blushing. She's like, "Oh, I never. I mean, unfortunately, I am promised to the church and promised to my goddess Timora. So I'm not sure. I don't know if that's allowed. I'd have to check. I could send a letter, and I'd know within a week or so."
Well, you do that, and if you can in a week, I would love to take you somewhere nice. Maybe we could chat, get to know each other a little bit better.
She blushes and looks you up and down.
She's looking at Antonio Banderas. I'm doing that too.
She's like,
I make myself like look
me
a little bit, sexier. Just kind of like I fill out my shirt just a little bit more.
because you're a changeling, you can do that.
Yeah.
Now you're Gaston.
Did something change? And I turn to Emma.
No, I am normally like this. This is normal.
She's a little flabbergasted. She's like, she's like tripping over herself. Yeah, I'll go send that letter. And she leaves.
My goodness, Francisco, you are
That is
great.
called a
Think she
romance.
likes you.
Oh, believe me, Francisco, I know what the romance is. Anyway,
So who got those potions, by the way? I don't know who wrote that down.
Oh, she handed them off to whoever was the first to take them.
Who doesn't have any?
Let me check.
I think I gave mine all to Spain.
I don't think I have. Right?
I have no health
I have
potion.
none.
None.
So me and Francisco can have one.
Okay, I have one.
I also have one.
Okay, cool. And there's no more.
Do you want to hold on to one and reserve it for Spit? 'Cause I assume you guys are going to be
Probably be
next to
together
each
more.
other.
Yeah. Okay, I will take it.
Because I have one and you have one, so we can keep one on hand for Spit.
Mhm.
Just potion of healing, right?
So you guys see that as you guys were having that conversation, this little spit comes walking up with the hood, just kind of munching on something you can't really see.
Who is that?
Well, Francisco now has a girlfriend. First it was Agatha, and now
It was never Agatha.
I will never let that go, Francisco. You'd best get used to it.
That-
And now a priestess of Time Lord.
So, really quick, I have a favor to ask everyone. After the health potions are, you drink the
You
health
want
potion.
to keep the vials?
I keep the vials, yeah.
What are you going to put in the vials? If it's more blood, absolutely not.
Not blood, I promise.
It
What
would be
is
helpful to have them for our herbalism kit.
Yeah.
As
I'm
long as they stay in
teaching
the
Kinsley.
herbalism kit.
I remember I'm teaching Kinsley.
Speaking of, I was wondering if we could try something. I read the book last night about some strange men in a far-off land, and I wanted to try making something that I thought would be very cool. So what you do is you take some broken glass and some sand, and you put them in like eggshells, and then you throw them at people's eyes, and then they cannot see.
I imagine that would also be very painful.
Yes.
Are you
great if you are
talking
fighting.
about making this for when we're in battle?
Yes. for that, so we can like
Blind our enemies and
blind
also
our enemies,
some sort
surprise
of-
them, have a trap. They come walking by around the corner. We jump out and we're like, surprise, and we throw the glass in their eyes and they cannot see. It's brilliant.
What if you get the wrong person?
Well, that is also
Bucket sand.
yeah, Pakistan sand attack. But yeah, I was just thinking it'd be kind of cool to do.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know what you
I
think.
don't see why we couldn't. Do we
Maybe we should go
have?
talk to the merchant.
Yeah.
What do
What are you guys looking
need?
for?
What I'm thinking is that I would need like this is like based off of what ninjas would do. They would have eggshells, hollow them out, and finely ground up glass and sand and put them in eggshells. Or sometimes they would use like chili powder as well.
Okay.
So maybe you could find
So-
some bottles and
He wants
glass.
to make
Wants to
some
be a ninja.
bombs.
Ninja.
Okay, yeah.
Blinding bombs.
I'd like to buy a couple things at the too.
What do you need at the merchants?
Well, for cheap water, I think it would be more useful if I could carry a little more water, so a
Hmm.
liquid container.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Shall we go to the merchant real fast?
Sure. Spit, come on. I mean, Gil.
Okay.
So you guys are heading over to Barthen's Provisions.
Yep.
No licking my hands this time.
Okay, so you
Clean.
guys,
They taste like soap.
Ooh, gross. So you guys make your way over to Barthen's Provisions. You walk into the store. You see that Barthen is currently sweeping the front. His helpers don't seem like they have gotten there yet. It is pretty early in the morning. And he turns around and sees you. He's like, "Oh, welcome back,
Hello.
adventurers. What can I do for you today?"
Some simple things. I was wondering if I could buy some glass.
Glass,
Glass.
like just glass.
Glass, like any kind of glassware that you have, glass objects, glass
Well,
Flashy?
I've got
Cheap
or
things.
mirrors.
empty vials, I guess.
Sure, that will work. Yes.
Okay.
Do you also have any large liquid containers?
Yes, I should have a water skin or something of the sort. Let me check 1 second. So you're just looking for like a vial, any type of vial.
And eggs, if you have eggs.
Eggs. I should have some eggs. I don't see why not. How many vials would you like? They're a gold apiece.
Oh, a gold apiece. Well, let's
To smash up.
How about a 5?
5? Okay. Not
In
a
Cisco,
problem.
we could go outside and gather sand and pebbles from the ground.
I need
Cisco
glass.
wants authenticity.
It's a little bit more
You
painful.
don't have any spare vials or
Okay,
anything?
what about this? Do you have any spices? Like something that is really spicy, burning hot, like you eat it and it burns your face off? I do not know if they have that in this country.
Spices, something hot. I could sell you a pepper.
Yes, that will work. Yes.
Okay. Let me go and get that. So what we have here is we have these hot peppers. I'm not sure if they're as hot as you would like, but they'd run you about, for a bushel of 10, let's say 50 silver.
Okay, yes, that is good. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, not 50. It was 50 silver would be way too much for that.
Okay.
It'd be like 20 silver.
20 silver for a bushel. Okay. And do you have flour?
Flour.
He's
Yes.
making a cake.
A pound of flour would run you about 2 copper pieces.
Okay, we'll do a pound of flour and a bushel of chili.
Okay.
Much better than the glass.
Yeah, the chilies are expensive because they are imported. So
Okay.
And,
you look at
we
them
can
and you
use-
see that they are the peppers that you are used to. They are from the south.
Yes.
We can use the mortar and pestle to smash them up.
Yes. And eggs you have.
All right.
Yes, a dozen eggs, be about 10 copper.
10 copper. Okay, yes, I will take that, yes.
Okay. Cool. So you now have your eggs, your pepper, and your flour. And were you going to take vials?
No, I don't need vials.
Okay. Okay.
This is
Okay.
perfect.
And then me was looking for a water container. Let's
Something
see.
big.
A water skin. Come on. So do you have any type of pack? Because if you have a pack, you already have a water skin.
I have a water skin, but I'm looking for like something that could hold more water.
Oh, well, I mean, a water skin holds quite a bit. It holds 5 pounds full of water. If you
Yeah,
wanted
it's a lot of
something,
water.
yeah, if you wanted something bigger than that, you'd probably have to get something commissioned somewhere at like a leather workers.
Okay.
Other than that, the only thing there'd be like tankards or flasks, and those are all going to be smaller, unless you want to carry around a barrel of water.
Mhm. All right.
Sorry, I couldn't help you with that.
It's okay.
Okay. So, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do at Barthen's?
Nope.
Okay. And just so you know, Francisco, putting something together like that is going to take you lots of different meticulous checks.
Okay,
So be prepared.
I will be prepared.
Okay. So what are you guys doing now?
Well,
I do believe that the only other thing to do is to start heading towards Thunder, what's it? Thunder Tree?
Thunder Tree? Okay.
that's what I was thinking.
So you guys are all provisioned up. You've got all your stuff and everything you need to start heading towards Thunder Tree. So you start making your way. Let me look at that map again real quick. See how long it would take you guys. Roughly the same amount of time as it took you to get to Conneberry. So you guys are leaving early in the morning. Or not early, relatively early. You guys start making your way. You guys head southwest, going back the way you came on the Tribor Trail when you first made your venture towards Phandelver. You walk by, you get to the place where you remember seeing the dead horses of Sildar and Gundren. They have been moved. Maybe something came by and took them away, or maybe the local government takes care of things like that. You're not quite sure, but regardless, the bodies are gone. And the bramble that covered the path leading up to that cavern has overgrown. Looks like not much has walked that way in a while, making you feel a little bit better that maybe the Cragmaw left that alone. You finally make it back to the Neverwinter Road that leads north and south. You're close to the coast, and you start walking north. And everything goes nice. You see you feel a nice breeze coming in from off the coast. You smell the fresh salt air. Merchants go past as you walk by, some carrying provisions back to Phandelver, some going even farther south to the southern town of Lelion, near the Mirror of Dead Men. And eventually you make it to a path that follows a winding river to the northeast. You follow along that for a while, and Spit stops to jump in the river to catch some fish. He gets all excited.
While he's doing that, I want to like start draining the eggs of the yolk and stuff. Just kind of like.
Oh, let us turn them into something to eat. Why are you wasting them?
Gimme!
He takes an egg.
Oh.
Spit takes an egg, pokes it with his finger, and starts suckling out the bottom.
Oh,
That works too.
that takes
gonna
care of that.
He's gonna make a dexterity check to make sure that he doesn't completely
no.
break the egg.
And you gave me a dozen?
You got a dozen, yeah.
Okay.
So he pops the bottom, but his little nail is a little bit bigger than it should be, and it kind of cracks up the side. It doesn't completely fall apart, but it's not going to contain what you want in it.
Just have to tape it.
Yeah. Oh, well, that one's okay. Well,
Maybe we should trim his nails.
or we should
They're
make
all
them into
dirty.
a finer
There's
point.
blood and nasty stuff in there.
Ew. Someone else can do that.
I'll clean his
Francisco,
nails.
if you're going to try, what are you going to use to try to make a little hole?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me see what I have.
I'll go ahead and clip Spit's nails. Come here, Spit. Let
No,
me see your plate.
that's right. No, sorry, Spit. It's gonna come on your nose.
He starts scratching at you.
Come here, Spit.
They're
I
just like
have-
running around. He's trying to catch Spit.
I've got some nails.
Okay, yeah, if you want to use a nail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll use a nail to try and poke a hole in the bottom of one.
Okay, let me see something.
I give you one of Spit's clipped nails.
Here you go.
Ew.
Or
Give
just be-
me. Let me see. Since you're working with your hands and you're trying to be very precise, I'll say you can either do sleight of hand or a straight up dexterity check.
Oh, they're the same. So, yeah, we'll do a
Yeah, I
dexterity
guess they would
check.
be.
That's an 11.
So you go to pop the bottom and you put a little too much force into it, and it pops out one end and pops out the other, and a little crack goes down the side.
Dang it. Ugh.
2 eggs down.
2 eggs down. Ah. Well, Spit finished playing around, right? We can keep going now.
Okay, so you guys keep making your way. Eventually, gradually, the trail becomes an old, overgrown lane winding between dilapidated buildings choked in vines and brush. Ahead of you, in the middle of the settlement, rises a steep hill upon which stands a stone tower with a partially collapsed roof and an adjoining cottage. A dirt road hugs the base of the hill and wends its way between old stone houses, many of which are roofless ruins with interiors open to the weather. Other buildings appear more or less intact. The whole place is eerily silent. A wooden sign is nailed to a post nearby. It reads, "Danger, plant monsters and zombies. Turn back now."
Is this Thunder Tree?
You've made it to Thunder Tree.
Oh, it's fast.
Well, it's later
true.
in the day because if you guys would have left around noon, you would have had to camp and then got there the next day. But you've gotten there. It's probably like 7 or 8 at night. It's getting close.
Shall we prepare camp at this point?
I think we should.
Yes,
Go
I'd
back
rather
a little
not
bit and-
have to deal with
Fight
that
zombies
certain
and
things
plants at night.
at night.
I agree.
I'd rather not deal with those plants. Dead on the other hand,
Okay.
So you guys gonna camp?
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm going to try again with the egg.
So first, give me survival checks to see if you can find a good enough place to lay low
Hang
for
on,
the
rolling
night.
poop. That's a 6.
All of us?
What's with all these twos?
I know, I just rolled a 2 as well.
Nice.
Okay,
Kitchen
that
dice.
fell in
All
my
my
chair.
stuff is like getting in the way.
I mean, that's a 3.
Not a 6.
Jeez,
No one rolled
guys.
well. You guys.
Wow.
So pretty much, you guys look
This
around
is seven
and you
altogether.
don't find anything open really well. It's either the road or you make your way into town and hope you find something before something finds you.
Mm.
I really don't want to make camp at the road.
And I really don't want to be in a town full of zombies
Too.
in the middle of the night. There's no way we're going to find rest that way.
We could stay by the side of the road, far enough away from the plant monsters and zombies.
I mean,
Give me an intelligence check, everyone.
Ha! Roll decent on
Doesn't
that.
even matter.
And
I was cocked.
I got 2.
If it's cocked, go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, 13.
You said a what?
Intelligence check.
Just a
Yeah.
straight.
3.
Okay, that's a straight roll. So 16.
Okay, so imra'lyr sits there and starts thinking, and she's like, okay, well, we've come to Thunder Tree to find a druid, and he obviously stays there. So if we can find this druid, maybe we can find somewhere to rest for the night before something happens. It's either that or sleep out in the open on the road.
Well,
Finding a hippie or staying on the road.
Okay, so
do we want to
where-
try and stealth into the city and avoid the monsters?
Well,
I mean, like,
I can always make us pass without trace.
that's true. I can also cast primeval. I can use my primeval awareness to at least see if there are any undead within 1 mile of us, and then I'm assuming the druid would avoid that area for at least resting. So there's that. How close are we to the actual entrance of going in?
You guys right now are like on the edge of town because that's where the post is. The post is set up probably about 1/8 of a mile from the first building, so you can see it. You can see it's there.
Okay.
If we pass without trace, we will be pretty much undetectable, except if there's magic.
well, druids, they tend to have magic, don't they?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, we've
I don't
seen
know
me
if he-
use it.
And we don't
Well-
know if he's hostile or not.
I'm pretty
He
sure
lives
that,
in Phandelver, so
yes, I think the druid that we seek, Radoth.
yep.
Right, yeah, right off.
Radoth, I'm assuming, is probably a friendly, considering that we were advised by our friends back in
The little
Phandelver.
guys.
Yes, I mean, if the hobbits or the halflings, pardon.
Copyright.
I can't make that mistake all the time. The halflings wouldn't have pointed us toward an unfriendly druid.
Unless the halflings were evil.
Which I have met evil halflings, so I don't know what
But
to
they're
do.
so small and cute.
Yes, that doesn't mean anything. I point to Spit.
He's just small and cute.
Well, I don't know what to do in this situation. I have spent my life, almost my entire life, underground. So
Can I make a perception check to see if there are any druid symbols nearby?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can notice anything druidic in the area.
All right, because I can read and write, like leave druid symbols for other druids, so so maybe do the same. All right. 22.
So as you're looking around, trying to sense out and feel whether or not a druid has left anything for others to find, you're not getting a sense of much. You can feel some druidic essence coming from the sign that Radolf probably, or you would assume Radolf left to ward people off. But as far as signs to let people know he is there, you don't see anything. You pretty much just detect that this sign was written by Radolf himself to ward adventurers away.
Well, what we could do is search the first building that we find, make sure there's no undead inside or plant monsters, and we can defend a position from a building much easier than if we were out in the open. You know.
We can also always get there safely because I can, make us all undetectable for as long as I can keep concentration for an hour.
I defer.
Shall we go in?
Let's do it.
I guess that's the only thing we really can do.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to use my primeval awareness to see, like, it says I can detect, I'm specifying undead here. I just want to see, like, how far away they are from where we are, so I should be able to detect them within a mile.
Okay.
Like, I know they're there, I just want to know how fast we're going to run up on them.
So yeah, you ping out for undead, and you can tell your thing is going to encompass the entire city because it is not a mile long, and yeah, you can tell that there are undead nearby.
Like how far nearby?
So it really just tells you if they're around. It doesn't tell you exactly how close they are. Yeah, it doesn't tell you when, numbers, or location. It just tells you that they're near.
Okay.
So yeah, you know that there are zombies near, as you don't know how far away and you don't know how many, but they're near.
Well, this whole town is covered, so it lit up like a torch.
Well, cool.
I'm going to go over to Francisco and give him Vigilant Blessing.
Which
So
does?
when everyone's ready.
You get advantage on your next initiative roll.
Initiative roll, cool.
Mhm.
And then, you were saying something?
Oh, I'm just saying, let me know when we're all ready so I can make us all untraceable and then we'll head in.
Okay. I think we're going right now.
Right now?
Yep. I believe so.
Okay. So
Ready?
you guys all head in. Are you doing Pass Without Trace? Or
Yes,
are
I
you trying to
cast Pass.
sneak?
I
Okay, so
cast
everyone
Pass
give
Without
me.
Trace.
So everyone give me stealth rolls.
Do we?
30, 20.
21.
12.
16.
Hey,
Because
at
of the
least they at
bonus.
once.
Yeah, I rolled.
I had to
2.
roll with
12.
disadvantage.
I also had to
Oh,
roll
wait.
with disadvantage.
Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot about the
Plus
it'd be
10.
14. So 14.
And don't forget about the plus 10.
Yeah, so 14.
Oh, so
I
I'm
rolled it.
30.
I rolled a
Yeah.
2.
I
I
rolled
rolled-
a 6.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so plus
wait.
2 plus 10, that's 14.
I like mine 17.
Okay, so who had the lowest?
I think
I don't
me.
know.
And what did me?
I got
Sorry,
mine was-
I was rolling.
I
mine
got
was
a
14.
21.
All right,
Okay.
so mine was 14.
So you
30.
rolled a 4 plus your 10 me, a 14.
I rolled a I rolled a 2 plus a 2 for my stealth, and then plus the 10.
Okay. So you guys are making your way into Thunder Tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see. 1 second.
We leave no tracks or other traces of passage, so we're pretty much undetectable
So
as long as I concentrate.
you guys are coming in over here. And you're making your way in. From the path, you were able to see the tower with the cabin on the hill. You see a lot of buildings. Some of them are destroyed and some of them are not. Some of them are intact. And you're making your way this way. So the lowest roll you guys got... Oops, oh, I'm sorry. I just got rid of that. Let's try that again. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, way too many maps up. Can you guys see it?
Big
white.
White?
No, that's the wrong one. Why is it doing that? Okay.
I mean, a map will pop up occasionally.
That one.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So yeah, you guys were able to see the tower up on the hill. You're able to see that some buildings in the part of town you can see are put together. Some of them are pretty beat up and destroyed. And you're coming in this way here.
Okay.
So what's the marching order?
I'll be around the middle,
Um,
so second or third.
I could bring
Does
up
that
the
need-
rear as like rear guard.
Because I just need to be able to keep concentrating so we don't break silence.
Mhm.
So that way no one can hear us.
I can be in the
You
back.
want me to be in front since I have the AC and perception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not have the
I'm in
perception. I just have the HP.
So who's going first?
Me, Kinsley. Not me, Kinsley.
Who's second?
I'll be after her.
And then I'll be third.
And then I'll be last.
And then I'll just say Spit is with imra'lyr.
Kimpf.
Kimpf. That's your marching order.
Kimpf.
Okay, so you guys are making your way in. Fortunately, you guys aren't running into anything as you're moving stealthily through the town. Where are you heading first?
Can we just get to that building that's closest?
This one
This
here?
one?
The intact one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that-
so yeah, you can make your way there.
I want to look out, see if there are any undeadsies or plant monsters.
Staying at the inn counted as a long rest, right?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should have everything back. So you guys make your way this way, sneaking past these ruins and getting here. As you approach this building, you see a weathered signboard by the door of the large building that shows the faded image of a war horse holding a flagon of ale. The building is sagging and dilapidated, but it is more intact than the ruins across the road. In brown letters, you see a sign that says the Brown Horse. You guys gonna check inside, or
I would
Check
like
for
to look
traps.
through the window.
I'll crack
Okay.
the door and check inside. Just like,
Traps?
peek inside.
Check for traps.
okay?
That's
So
what I said.
Yeah.
Kinsley said it first, so go ahead and check for traps for me, Kinsley.
What is that?
I believe just a investigation check.
Ooh. Dirty 20.
Okay. Kinsley does a really good investigation of the building. She doesn't find any traps anywhere.
There's no traps. Think we can go in?
What do I
I'm
see through
I'm-
the window?
So the windows right now, the windows and doors are all kind of like shut.
Okay.
So if you want to try to force them open, you can.
I'm gonna not.
Let's not make a bunch of noise.
Can I see if I can get the door open without like forcing and shoving it open?
So the door itself is really old. They're all made of wood. Just feeling it, you can tell that the wood has absorbed a lot of moisture and has been swollen shut. So it would take a forceful opening. You can investigate some other stuff to maybe see if the windows
can I
aren't
look and
so
see
bad.
if there's another way in?
So go ahead and give me another investigation check.
Me or him?
You can go ahead and we're there. That's fine.
I mean, I don't have anything in investigation, so 11.
Okay, yeah, you're looking around. It's not hard to see that. There are some windows and shutters that are closed. You can try to open it if you want.
Can I help her?
Be as quiet as I can.
Okay. Give me, since you're trying to be quiet, give me I guess, sleight of hand.
Okay.
Can I help her with that?
Yeah, if you want to help her, then you can do it with advantage, imra'lyr.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be 18.
Okay, so you find a shutter right here, kind of near the front door. With an 18, you're able to quietly push it forward, and you look inside. It's really dark, but with your elven eyes, you can see a little clearer than most would at night. You see a bar table and some barrels in the back, some really dusty shelves behind the bar that hold glasses and other things. There's some tables. This looked like it would be an ale house at one point. What disturbs you, though, is leaning in some of the chairs, pushed up against the walls and kind of flopped over, you see 4 zombies laying there, kind of motionless at the moment.
I back up. No. I motion to the others. No.
Okay. What are you doing now, then?
I guess we're moving on.
Yes, we could check the ruins over here.
Yeah, do we want to see if, maybe there's...
How much time has passed?
Since you guys got there, it's been like 10 minutes, not very long.
Okay.
I take a moment and I give everyone eyes of night. So now everyone can see maximum
Perfect.
distance in the dark.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So it's as if it was daytime.
So we're both able to see in the dark, and no one can see us. It's a great advantage.
So you guys are heading over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start making your way back, inching this way, trying to make your way into these ruins to see if you can find anything. Let me see something. So go ahead and these guys, let's see.
No, I just think that they're everywhere and that we should probably just not try to do anything inside of the town. I would feel a lot better if we just slept on the road even.
So you guys make your way back over here, and as you're walking, you don't really see much, and you make your way into the westernmost cottage, and there's nothing really there. You guys make your way into this cottage. However, as you walk in, there are 6
I
little
wouldn't walk
trees.
in. I know. I'm like, there's 6 what?
Little trees.
6 little trees that are sitting around in this area. And as you guys approach, they begin to move.
I didn't even want to go over there. I only wanted to go to
Wait,
the
can
first
they
one.
detect
No,
us?
I thought I
with
wanted to
the-
go to the first one too.
Why are we going to the other one?
So they
Well,
actually, they only saw me. They made a perception check against his sneak. And they come alive and begin chasing, heading towards me. So everyone roll initiative.
If we go over
If
there.
we're stealth, can we
You
get
have-
surprise round on them?
No.
Well, they see me. They're going after me. So there
Can
wouldn't be a
like the
surprise
rest
round.
of us who aren't seen get?
You just get the advantage of not getting attacked right away.
Okay,
You
fine.
have advantage on your initiative roll, Trevor.
Okay. Gosh dang, yeah, it was terrible either way.
Hmm.
5.
Wasted.
Yeah, super wasted. That was probably the worst initiative I've ever rolled in my whole life. Probably not.
See this.
12.
Okay, 1 second. So me, you got 12.
Mm-hmm.
Kinsley, what'd you get?
17.
imra'lyr.
8.
Francisco.
5.
Let's see, spit. And 15 for spit. And then these guys have. Oh no.
I didn't want to go to this building. I only wanted to go to the first one. Why?
PM forced it.
You
You wanted us to do this.
You guys rolled poorly. You couldn't find anywhere to go. That's not the
This is
DM's
true.
fault.
I wanted
Okay.
to stop at that first.
So the first twig blight is going to run straight for me and do a claw attack. Does a 6 hit? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Next twig blight is going to come up to you and try to hit you again. A 6 again. That one missed. One
You get
more.
one more
twig.
6. I swear.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And gets a claw.
Wait. So they're all of them were above a 12
What do you mean? No, it was a 6.
initiative.
Oh, yeah. All of these guys, there's only one that rolled poorly, and there's 6 of them.
Dang.
So this one does 4 damage to you, me. And then it is now Kinsley's turn.
Well,
Oh yeah, that pretty much would break my concentration.
No, concentration gets broken. You have to roll, and you have to roll higher than half the damage done to you. So roll a d20 and get above a 2.
it has to be if it's lower than 10 for what he would have to roll. You have to roll up above a 10.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, roll above a 10 then.
Oh, so I got a 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
then your
Sorry.
concentration's
Thank you,
broken.
Kinsley.
Sorry, it's the rules.
It's the rules. Yeah, I got to follow the rules. Okay, so your concentration is broken. You're no longer passing without a trace. So,
Yeah.
whose turn did I say it was? Kinsley, what are you doing?
Mhm. I'm going. I doubt they speak this. It would be really funny if they did. But I'm going to try speech of beast and leaf.
Okay.
And I communicate, though not understand, beasts and plants and have advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
Okay.
So I'm going to try. Wait, we're not here to hurt you. We're just trying to find some shelter for the night.
No response.
Ah, okay.
It was
Then.
worth a try.
I don't want to go near these guys because I don't know. Trying not to make a ton of noise. I'm just gonna take out my crossbow and try to shoot one.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 18.
Nice, that hits.
Okay. 4 damage.
Your crossbow goes through one and kills it.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, okay.
Twig blights are weenie, guys.
Let me check something real quick.
And here imra'lyr was like, "We're gonna die."
Bonus action, I'll summon my spiritual
I
weapon.
just didn't want to fight anything.
Wait, didn't you already cast something that allowed you to speak?
It wasn't a cast. It was, I can just speak beast and leaf.
Oh, okay.
I can just talk to plants and animals, but not understand them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it wasn't a spell or anything. But yeah, spiritual weapon on one of them. And try to smack him.
Okay.
Stupid keyboard. Every single time it rolls into the keyboard, it's been a 1.
Don't
Yeah.
roll into the keyboard.
Not trying to roll out of the keyboard. It just happened.
You get confused and attack a real tree.
Oh, sorry. In beast and leaf.
Okay, so after Kinsley, it is Spit's turn. Spit's going to step out from behind imra'lyr's leg and is going to shoot at the twig blights. And misses. Spit shoots wide. Next is going to be one of the twig blights. Going to attack. Yeah. Going to be attacking me. Rolled a nat 1. So I'm going to say that twig blight ends up missing wide and loses balance and falls prone.
Nice.
After that twig blight is going to be another twig blight, actually. You guys all rolled so poorly.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't.
So well.
That bad.
I believe a 9 doesn't hit your armor class, me. These twig blights can't
Bob
hit
and
at
we.
all.
Bob
Yeah,
and
me
we.
is bobbing everywhere. Me, it is now your turn.
All right. Casting a spell breaks concentration, correct? But it doesn't really matter because we're all pretty much doing.
Well, you already broke
Oh,
concentration.
that's right. That's right. I forgot
And
about that. I forgot about
Casting
that.
a spell only breaks your concentration if you're casting another concentration spell.
Right.
No, this is the concentration spell. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do
All
you
right. I have stolen the Celestial's taken light and cast down my wrath. I cast Moonbeam on a twig blight. Wait. Yeah.
Is that casting it on an area or a specific?
Yes, it casts it on an area. It's a 5-foot radius, though.
Oh, wow. 5-foot radius. You can probably get... Man, they're like... You can probably get all the twig blights except for the one that just fell prone. So you can get 4 of these guys.
Okay,
Oh,
I think
really?
it has to be
All right.
if they start their turn in it.
Yes, they start their turn in it, but I can still cast it right now.
Right. So the one that fell prone fell out of the 5-foot cube. That
Yeah.
would have fallen out of like our 5-foot
Yeah.
cylinder.
And I can have the concentration for up to what was it, 1 minute?
Should be a 10-foot diameter, so that's
Yeah, concentration up to 1 minute. The cylinder is 40-foot high, 5-foot radius.
Mhm. So are you, if
and-
or, like
and I can
where?
move-
It's gonna
And I
get
can
all
move
their
it.
attention.
I know.
No, it's dim light, so it's not
Mhm.
bright. It's a very, it says that it is dim light, so it shouldn't
Okay.
be that detectable.
So where are you casting it? Because your friends are back at least 5 feet away from you, but the twig blights are surrounding you. So you can cast it directly on yourself and hurt yourself and get all of them, or you can get 2 of them. You could probably actually, you can get 2 and a prone one if you casted it like right in front of you, because they're surrounding you. If you cast it directly on yourself, you can get 4 of them, but then you're going to get hit.
But I think it's when he starts his turn.
Yeah, I would have to start my turn in it. So
Yeah,
if
they
I
don't
cast
take
it,
damage until their turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so if I move and then I cast it right where I was, then I can possibly hit all of them.
If you move, though, you're going to take opportunity attacks from all 4 of them.
True, and I would have to take an action to disengage. So I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and cast it in front of me.
Okay.
And keep concentration because I can move it afterwards. So.
Okay. I don't know if you have to roll or anything for that, do you? It's just it's a con saving throw.
Yeah, it's a con save throw of 12.
So when they start their turn, they have to make the con saving throw.
Yeah, or if they move into the area.
Yeah, or if they move into the area. Or I move it in.
Yeah, and it must make a Constitution saving throw when it starts its turn there. Okay, so you've cast Moonbeam, and it's right on top of 3 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And on a failed save, damage on. Yeah, and half as much on a successful one, so they'll still have to take damage.
Okay.
Regard.
So it is now me casted that. It is now imra'lyr's turn.
I'm going to shoot one with my bow.
Okay.
Because I don't want to make a bunch of noise. That is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
That definitely hits.
Real quick, did we say that Moonbeam hurts them when he casts it, or
It's
when it's their turn.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
on a turn?
When
So-
it enters the area, I guess on a turn, so I guess they would.
It is on me's turn that they're casting it,
Okay.
because it wouldn't have that if
Right.
it was just for
Okay,
starts its
so
turn.
then they'll make
On a
con
turn,
saving
okay,
throws
yeah.
real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
They all save.
They all saved.
Yeah,
They still take damage, half as much damage on a
So
successful.
2.
Okay, so 2d10.
Cool, that's a lot.
All right. So 2
That'll probably
Shoot.
kill most of them.
with the 10s. The one with the 0, right? Those are the 10s.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. Where'd my? There you are. 5 and a 6, so that's 11, and then half of 11 would be 5.
I think, yeah, you rolled down 5. So
Yeah, so
3 of
5.
them burst into flames.
Beautiful.
I guess I
And-
hit the one that's still alive.
Okay, so yeah, there's 2 that are still alive. So
Okay.
you can hit one of them. Go ahead and roll your damage.
A
Because you already
6.
hit him. 6. Okay, that one's dead, so there's 1 left. And it is Francisco's turn.
There's only one left.
Only one left.
Okay, I'll shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
That's 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. And that is 4 damage.
4 damage. You destroy this last one.
Yeah.
And
Crossbows.
all the twig blights are now dead.
And
Good
I
job.
will retrieve my crossbow bow.
I get
My
my
turn.
arrow, and then I scoop
Enough
spit
must
up,
mean-
and I stealth over to the empty ruins.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys make your way to the now empty ruin. You
Oh, I guess we could just stay there since we emptied it, huh?
Well, you see that it's pretty much just walls. Some of them crumbling. It's not even like a full building, essentially. Are you guys wanting to do anything there?
Set up camp. No fire. Just like chill there for the night.
I guess.
We can go to the previous building. We didn't see anything there.
Is there more cover in the previous building?
In the previous building, no, they're both pretty dilapidated.
Is there like high enough walls where we're not like risking that if something walks past, it's just gonna see us?
I mean, the rooms are only about 10 feet by 10 feet, and some of the walls are missing on like each one. So if something walks by, I mean, you guys can't all hide behind one section of the wall and not be seen. Someone's going to be seen.
Okay, so we either leave or we go to the next building that is still intact, but the last one.
We can go to one more.
I mean, okay.
Yeah,
Why not?
let's go.
Sneak
Vamos.
over.
So you guys start coming back out of this ruin. You come around this side. Everyone, you want to give me stealth checks again? There's no pass
Sure.
without traits this time.
18.
18.
Uh-oh.
7.
We both got 18.
8.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh,
So
Heavy
you guys
armor.
you guys walk by this building. You don't hear anything stirring from within, but you keep walking by and you eventually make it down to this building here. However, Kinsley and Francisco are making a lot of noise, clanking around. So someone calls out from inside of the building. Everybody welcome our guest. He will be playing the druid. Raydoth Michael has joined us. All right, so as you guys are walking and not being so quiet, someone hears you. Yep, someone hears you from inside his little hovel, and he calls out, wondering who sneaks about around his home in the middle of the night.
Pops his head out. You see an older human, white beard, pretty gaunt, pale, scraggly. Why are you here?
Hello.
Is it the hippie?
Sure.
Hippie. I don't. He doesn't look. He looks like a nice older man. I don't know what you are talking about.
Why are
Me.
you all talking so loud?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Me,
That's
you
true.
need to be
You're
more
undead.
respectful.
You need to be quiet, Francisco.
Guys,
Smacking
hey,
across the head.
hi, hey, come on now. We've got, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just stop fighting.
Sorry. Okay. To answer your question, my friend, we are here looking for a druid
Are you Raydoth?
named Raydoth.
That's me. Did you not see the sign? There's a sign.
But there is.
I look up to where he's pointing.
It's
Is there a
at the front,
sign?
before you got in here.
Oh,
Oh,
The
Oh.
sign that said do not come in?
Well, if you're here looking for me, you might as well come in.
Cool. Awesome.
Insight check. I don't know if I just.
It could be an undead.
Go ahead.
That was a
Uh,
natural one for me, and that was a true roll. No keyword
uh,
required. That's
hey.
like 5 this session.
9.
I just trust him.
Yeah, you guys all feel
19,
like,
20,
okay, well,
21. I got a 21.
Okay, so most of you, all of you guys are like, he's not dead. And me's like, yeah, you can start to feel the druidic energy. Being a druid yourself, you understand what that feels like. And whether or not this is Raydoth, you don't 100% know, but you trust and believe in him and feel that druidic power. You guys gonna go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
still
walk in.
holding on to spit.
So you guys all make your way inside of Raydoth's little lair. This small house appears to be in better condition than the ruined and dilapidated structures nearby. The doors are reinforced with heavy iron bands, and thick shutters protect the windows. You walk in, and it's actually pretty cozy inside. You see some of the old furniture that was in there has been dusted off, and it's not 100% clean because this was one of the buildings that lived here. And Radoth, being a druid living off the land, didn't feel the need to redecorate, but it's cozy. He's got some candles lit and everything locked shut, so no light escapes. No one can really know he's there from the outside.
Yeah. He kind of sees the place is kind of a mess, and kind of just starts shuffling things to the side. Pretend like everything looks fine. Takes some herbs and kind of hides them away, and goes sees the ladies and turns back and forth and mutters some words and gives them each a flower.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I should make tea.
Okay.
It starts fumbling around and gets a little kettle going.
He doesn't know yet. The whisper to Kinsley.
Yes. So Radoth, we came here seeking your knowledge, your expertise on some things.
What things?
We're looking for a castle that might be around what is it called? Cragmal. Yes, Cragmal. You know it.
I know it. Yes.
So, where is it? That's what we're looking for.
What do you plan on doing there?
Well,
we're going to destroy everything and save my friend.
Oh, in that case, I'll help you. Yes.
Oh, awesome. That sounds great.
Why are you so hesitant, Francisco?
We've had some stinkers in the past, so I was just,
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
Just, from past experience, I don't trust everybody immediately. I trust them to a point. Like, he's serving us tea, so that's great. But I wasn't expecting such a straight answer, It was kind of like, oh, that was easy.
But I mean, if he didn't want to help, then we could have just... Never mind. So yes, that is the plan. You said you would help?
Yeah, I didn't hear a plan, but sure.
Well, I mean, do you need more of a plan than we're just going to destroy everything?
I mean, it's a big place.
Been there, done
That's
that.
why we're here.
Do you know the contents, like the inside of how it's all set up? Have you been inside?
Not inside. I've seen the outside of it. It's called Kragma Castle. It's a castle. It's in ruins, but it's a castle. It's the size of a castle.
So pretty big.
It's big.
Well, that aligns with our expectations, at least. That's cool.
As you guys are having this conversation, you see Spitz put on his little curtain blanket thing, just walking around, starts opening doors, looking in different rooms.
What's in here? What's in here?
Starts shuffling through stuff. Just being a bit of a pest.
Hey, Spit.
I'm rather curious too. Come on, Spit. Let's go keep looking together.
That's not...
Welcome to Rome. There's not much here.
Right?
I look with Spit.
I just shake my head. Anyway, what are you planning to do here where there's a bunch of undead and man-eating plants?
I
Right.
mean,
You
I
just-
can avoid him. The main problem I have here is the recent dragon that moved in.
What? No! I am never going to get back to...
Dragon.
Just put my hand over my...
You say
Yeah.
dragon, you mean very large flying lizard that breathes fire, yes?
This one's poison,
Oh,
and it's of the younger variety, so
A
it's
young
not
dragon.
very large, but it is large.
oh, I did not know they came with different flavors.
Yep, this one's a black
I
dragon, Francisco.
didn't even
They're
know that
not
they were real.
fun.
You're very real.
Yes, this is a green
Oh,
one.
Green. Oh wow, I like that color.
You won't like what they can do.
Oh no, I was thinking of.
Well, I was thinking kind of more along the lines to my book that I would like to write someday if I can sit down for more than 10 minutes to write it.
I was thinking
But
about, the wrong
about my
color.
life. This would be a
You're
great adventure.
writing a memoir,
Wait,
Sure, a memoir. Or it could be like
a diary.
fictional history. I don't know.
Okay.
It's based on my life, not my life, just the adventures and some like embellishment, make it more entertaining.
So then you would be getting all of the headshots, and I would not be getting all of the headshots.
No. There's going to be a great variety of characters. It's going to be cool, but I will be the main character, so I will be the most attractive.
Emra
oh yeah, it is acid. Okay, I was thinking
could
of the wrong
end
draft
up
then.
being really bad. Are you sure you want to be a bigger character in this book?
I don't care. I just want to get
You know
Gundren
what?
and
The
then
more
go back
I
to.
think about it, it would be more of a fan fiction.
Oh dear. Okay.
Francisco,
We are getting way off topic.
Francisco, may I be one of the lead characters?
Oh, of course, me.
Okay.
Sorry, I am a distraction. Let us
So,
continue.
We have Thunder 3, which is consumed by undead and plants. That
And now a dragon.
there's a dragon. There's Krakmar. There's the black spider. When is this going to end? When does this stop? I take out a piece of paper and I start writing a letter.
Are
I start
alright?
handing out the tea.
I gratefully take the tea.
You know what, Imra, that is a good idea. I think I will write my will as well.
I'm definitely writing a will because I have many things to leave to no one.
I take the tea, find a random plant, and I just like start pouring the hot tea all over the plant.
Well, I'm just going to sip my tea.
All right.
And then I break the plant off.
First
Start ripping it
things
up.
first. Is there anything else you can tell us about Karagmar Castle aside from the fact that it is big and a castle?
There's a lot of those guys. Points to Spit.
Still
Oh,
ruffling
yeah.
through everything.
No, we didn't really disguise him when we brought him in.
Well, I didn't really think there would be a need.
As soon as you guys walked in, he just like pulled out his comfort little blanket thing and just started walking around with it. Now he feels safe. Now he's in a cave.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so it's big, it's a castle, there are a lot of goblins. Is there anything else aside from goblins?
The leaders aren't goblins. I'm not exactly sure everything in there, but there's
bugbears?
probably
Hobgoblins?
I
maybe.
mean, hobgoblins did try. Well, they had our.
Yeah, I take out the
Wonderful
the
pictures.
wanted
Yeah.
picture.
I take
Yeah.
one.
These
They
lovely
might be there.
That's a fair
And they're all
point.
related.
All right.
The wanted poster.
Love it. I'm gonna keep this forever.
I love it
I
so much.
fold it back up and put it in my breastplate.
I fold mine up as I'm thinking about it. I fold mine up with my letter that I just wrote. Right. Okay. Next item of business. Where is this dragon?
It's currently made a home in the tower.
Oh, so it's
It's here.
In town.
It's here.
It's in town.
Hey.
But that means it's small enough to fit in the tower. How big was the tower? Was it like
Like a 40-foot tower, I think.
Yeah. Let's see.
Still skill set I got.
Yeah, 40. It's taller than 40 feet because the ceiling on the inside is 40 feet, so it's probably like a 50-foot tower.
Well, it can't be that big, right?
Size does not matter when it comes to dragons. They are all difficult quarry.
Right.
I mean, it's possible.
I could try
to-
talking to it. I speak
It's a
Draconic.
green. It's a green dragon, so they can speak common. At least the ones I met have. So
Oh, I can also speak Draconic.
chromatics are not the type that are usually friendly in any form of the word.
Hmm.
No, they're not very friendly.
We are going to have a fight on our hands unless we avoid it altogether. I was actually hoping of, clearing the undead and the things that are threatening the town. The
undead is less dangerous.
Yes, comparatively.
Is this where the Millers or I can't remember.
Yes,
the
the
woods
woodcutter's
and
wife.
Wood carver.
She did send us to find the emerald.
Do we have any clue as to which building that would
Assuming one that
be?
would be the home of a woodcutter. That is if he.
It was actually she was the daughter of an herbalist.
Okay.
Mm,
So
right.
She did say
So-
something about an herbalist kind of place thing.
Turning to
Radoff.
yes.
I assume I would know where the herbalist is.
Yeah, you'd know all of town. You'd know where everything is pretty much.
I know where the old herbalist shop is.
Perhaps when it's a little safer, we can make a stop there. Try to find this heirloom.
If you help me at least get the dragon out of here, I can. I'll help you guys with the Cragmaw Castle.
That sounds great.
sounds fair.
Okay.
Favor for a favor.
Yes. What is Cragmar Castle after we kill a dragon?
I mean,
It's
quantity.
like- yes.
Quantity over quality or vice versa.
Hmm. Well,
Neither's going to be fun.
and I'm assuming my egg trick will not work against a dragon.
Well,
No.
as you have
You
yet
have
to
to
be
have a
able
very
to
good aim.
successfully make one, probably not.
That's true. I have broken 3 eggs at this point.
3?
Well,
That was only
Spit
2.
broke 1. I broke 2, I think.
I thought you only broke 1.
Spit broke one, and you broke one.
Okay.
You were gonna make a third check, but then everyone else was doing stuff, and I forgot to get back to it.
Yeah.
We'll say you're 2 down.
Okay.
Because it's a green dragon, any kind of poison won't work against it.
Hmm.
That's right.
I only know how to swing my sword and shoot my crossbow.
Well, if it's in the tower, I don't think it's going to be flying. So
That's
Okay,
good.
it's fine.
Though, if it's in the tower, that makes smaller space for people to go in.
Can we
It's
More
just
chance
bring-
for us to have to group up.
Could we try to just destroy the tower?
No, I don't know much about dragons. Is there any way to trick them? Possibly. I mean, we've got 2 people that can change.
DM, dragons are my favorite enemy. So I would know these things. I know it's
so-
poison because it's green.
Right. So they're your favorite enemy. Is that part of your class thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'd know about them. And what are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to remember if there are any particular weaknesses that we can utilize. I can't remember.
Can they be tricked, or can we
Or are they
pretend to
weak
be
to
them?
followers? Or
If I'm remembering
worshippers?
green dragons correctly, they're pretty smart.
So your character knowing about dragons would know that green dragons are the poison type. They're immune to being poisoned. And you know that they are, in a sense, they're not the type to kill everything and everyone. If anything, they're going to keep prisoners. They're going to keep people to do their bidding. They're like a lawful evil. They're not like chaotic. So, I mean, they'll talk. If they think they're superior to you and think that you should be their slave, heck yeah. And will they try? Of course. But they're not stupid, and they don't go on rampages and just obliterate everything without cause. They're a little more intellectual, and they like to play with words and stuff.
All right. So green dragons are the smarter ones.
Or they're smart. I don't know if they're the smartest ones. I just know they're pretty smart dragons.
I know they're smarter than white, and I'm pretty sure they're smarter than black. I mean, this is me off of what I remember from the lore itself. It's been a while since I've actually looked at it. But they are of the smarter variety when it comes to dragons. So tricking them, you'd have to be
And could we pretend to be bringing an offering, or I don't know, we could change into, I don't know what creatures would worship a dragon, but
Any creatures.
Especially other dragon type races.
That's racist.
They usually have at least, some kind of following, and usually it is of a draconic sort of base.
Do they have any weaknesses?
Not anything that. Are you talking like fire or like an elemental thing? Not so much. No, dragons.
Really,
don't-
anything?
can I do
Stabbing.
like a history or intelligence check to see if I know like what a kobold or a lizard folk or something along those lines or dragonborn would look like?
Yeah, I mean, you can do a history check to see if you've ever encountered one before.
Can
Yeah.
I do that too?
Okay. Dang, that's
Sure.
not good. That's a 5.
I mean,
Not
you've
one.
probably seen
No, that's
some
a 4
poor.
because I have negative ones. Yeah, 4.
You've probably seen some like
Not
poor
one.
drawings in a book, and you have no idea what those words are. You've been locked away in your home for your whole life.
That makes sense, yeah.
We can go in with a plan.
I mean, could we try to just knock down the tower?
It's a 60-foot tower. I don't know if we have enough firepower to knock the tower down.
I am not a planner. I am a run-in, take care of business type of girl. That's the way I was trained. That's how I. Anyway, the only thing I can provide if we want to be sneaky is an illusion, but the chances of it fooling a green dragon is very, very low.
Well, I can give 3 of you resistance to poison.
Neve, do you have anything like that?
Most of my stuff is just. Well, at first I need to rest a little bit to be really useful, but mostly just charming and movement and things that would hurt you guys if you were too close to me, and enhancing you guys, mostly just helping you. Just mostly things that help you guys.
Probably allow you to do any kind of big hitting spells before we run in and engage melee. Do you have any spells that would be useful in attacking a dragon that we would need to stay away from?
There's the moonbeam.
All right.
Thunderwave.
He does have some pretty good spells.
The only problem is Francisco is a melee fighter. Unless you used your crossbow.
Kind of runs in.
I could use my crossbow, yes.
So if we all planned to keep our distance, at least until druid spells are...
Thrown.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, I can use my crossbow. It's yes. It's not as heroic as a sword, but yes.
Well, I'm sure there will be a point where it will be appropriate for you to go in and use your sword.
Okay.
Perhaps you can flirt with it the way you did Agatha and the priestess.
I definitely did not flirt with Agatha. I don't know if you know this, but I kinda had to give you the comb and I ran away.
Anything, I think you were the one who flirted with her.
I was being... Well, when I was a child, I was taught many things before I learned.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, sure, we'll call it diplomacy. I learned that before I learned how to fight.
Well,
I unfortunately don't have any spells that could really help in this. It's more to
Keep us alive.
well, before we go in, I should probably enhance one of you guys. Either I can either give you guys more health, make you stronger in your strength. I can make you guys move better, talking, and how smart you are, intelligence.
Maybe we could send someone in as a
Wise.
distraction and the rest get into position and attack.
Oh, are we trying to bring the tower down?
How would we?
I don't know.
Does anyone have anything that can go boom?
I mean, I've been there, done that, but I don't have anything with me, I don't think. Let me check.
Now, inside the tower, is there multiple rooms? Is it just a big hollow tower? Or how is it on the inside? Do you know?
I believe it's hollowed out. I believe it's just a single room. There's not even a roof on it anymore.
So the dragon would be at the bottom.
Correct.
Well, there is another factor we haven't discussed, and that is, will the dragon be, well, regardless if we pop up, the undead and the three things are going to try and attack us all at the same time. So is there a way to quietly take out the smaller threats before fighting the dragon? I'm not excited by fighting all of them at the same time, if it can be helped.
The zombies don't really run loose. You have to disturb them for them to disturb you.
So they're not necessarily like activated by sound. Big ruckus?
Most of the zombies are indoors somewhere. So as long as you don't go poking into a room that they're in, you don't have that problem.
Okay. Well, I suppose we can dispose of them after the fact. I would like to clear this town out if it's possible. I don't know what's attracted all of them here.
It's been like this for years, hundreds of years.
There has to be a reason. But we
It
can
ended a
worry
long
about
time ago.
that. Can worry about it later. Right now, the dragon is priority, yes?
Yes.
All right, let's get some rest.
Don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired.
Me too.
All right. So you guys talk and plan and scheme. You talk with Radoth and agree to help him dispose of or somehow get rid of the dragon in town. imra'lyr also talks about how she would like to clear the town of evil things and see what else is among them. And you all go to bed and get some rest and get ready for the long day ahead of you. And I believe that is where we'll end our session.
Oh, man.
All right.
Dragon reveal.
Dragon! As
Oh,
if there wasn't
man.
already enough.
Dragons are like.
Imra is impatient to get out of here.
Oh yeah.
This campaign's got it all, though.
There's a
Ah.
reason.
It's a well-written campaign.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I've heard that before many times, and I've never ran like a written campaign before. So, like, this seems really cool.
Well, keep in mind that I do take some liberties here and there with it. I use it as more of a guideline.
DM,
good.
I will send you my letter
Okay.
that I wrote.